Been a long week, laid back night.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. People, welcome to episode number 221 of the Cobra Cast podcast with me, your designated driver, because we're not drinking tonight.
Yeah, we're not drinking
We're
tonight.
not drinking tonight at all.
Drinking some peach tea
We're
tonight.
drinking some peach tea tonight, and we have 3 weeks to go in the house. Let's hit it.
You're listening to Cobra
Run away.
Cast.
The cobra injects deadly venom through its fangs, like toxins through a pair of hypodermics.
This is the Cobra Cast, and here's your host, Bobby Sharon.
I did it. I play this game every time I do an episode, where when the intro's going, I always see if I can share the post to my page, share the live stream. And I did it this time because last time I didn't do it. Just did not work last time. I don't know what the hell happened. Bam! There we go.
All right.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
You're doing great, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get up on that mic just a little bit. Just a little bit for me. There you go. Or actually, we could just tweak it here. Yeah, let's get you out of there. There we go. Let's get you out of there. That's a good one right there. Yeah. Okay. Before we go any further, what's up with the name of the band?
Okay. 3 weeks to go. Well, okay. So Battle of the Bands, it kind of started with I kind of brought it to Bob and Alex over at School of Rock, and started with this one band, but it didn't go too well. And so I had already started talking with these guys,
Right.
and we were talking about starting a band, but I mean we couldn't come up with a name or anything.
That's the worst, isn't it? The
Yeah.
name part of it.
That's always the worst
Really
part.
difficult.
But
There you go.
eventually, after we just had like a couple jam sessions at this point.
Right.
I asked them if they would be up to doing like Battle of the Bands, and I told them we only had 3 weeks left because this other band, they ditched me basically. But
What? Your band ditched you.
yeah.
That's not very nice.
But I mean, these guys were all for it, and so for those 3 weeks, we practiced. I mean, like 3 or 4 times a week, basically. We were super nervous, but come the day of, or actually come sound check, we performed all 3 of our songs because it was 3 songs, and there was going to be 3 judges. And,
Right.
And I think we were the only band at soundcheck that actually had all 3 songs prepared.
Oh my god.
And we started like super late into the game. All the other bands had like months of practice time available. But I mean, we went in thinking it probably won't go too well. But I mean, we're just here to have fun at
Yeah,
this
that's what
point.
it's all about
yeah.
anyways, yeah.
So we were just gonna play our hearts out, see what happens. And the first band went on. First song, their opening song was Toxicity, and they had an amazing drummer.
Wow.
Sometime April, shout out. But that was probably the most fear I've ever had at one point. Toxicity, the opening song. But I mean, every band did amazing. We had a couple. I mean, we had another School of Rock band, Arch Ego, played there. There were some other bands, like we had the Recreants. I think they did like all
Yeah.
originals, which is pretty cool. And like No Response, King Kiwi. Shout out to all those guys.
So a lot of them were just cover bands and stuff.
Yeah, most of them. I think
Yes.
every band had at least one original.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. But I mean, then comes the judges, and they're handing all the papers, writing their final thoughts, and
Yeah, I remember those days when
Yeah.
I did battle bands when I was a kid. Oh my god. Oh. Horrible. I'll tell you. I got to tell you one story. I remember when we were. This is so embarrassing. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. I've never told this story on here. That's why I'm telling it. When I was junior high, and my band was supposed to be in a battle of bands, and our singer quit last minute. So they found a replacement drummer, and guess who got to be the lead singer for the night? Me.
You.
Oh.
Good
Okay.
God, how bad it was. Oh, my
Okay.
God. And there's a videotape floating around somewhere of that. And I'm like going, oh, you got to be kidding me, man. This is too much.
Junior high Bobby singing.
Yeah, you're talking like, man. But it was all cover. I think we did like some Judas Priest songs.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And
Oh.
I think we did do 2 Kiss songs, and did like 4 songs. We had like 15 or 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't even place. It was like, I think we were like fifth out of 5 or something. I don't even remember.
Man,
Yeah, it was horrible.
I'd love to see that video.
Me too. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, so we got to rehearse like one day. We actually rehearsed in my bedroom at my house, and my other friend, played drums instead of me, and I got stuck singing that day. So it's wonderful.
I'm sure it went great. Yeah.
No, I'm like, oh, no, it's embarrassing. Anyways,
Yeah, that's
so how did you guys do? You guys
Well,
actually won that
yeah,
one,
we
right?
actually- we
Good,
won.
That's right. That's the one you
Yes.
won. Okay.
It was the most like surreal experience ever because we only had the 3 weeks, hence the name 3 weeks ago. We decided that last minute too. I think they were like, we need a name at soundcheck because like we had to fill something out like a week before, and we didn't have a name yet. And they were like, we need a name, like it's soundcheck.
Oh,
and
Lord.
We were like, 3 weeks ago, you guys like that, and we were all just like, okay. And
So you're gonna keep it then?
Yes.
yeah, now
Oh,
we.
there you go.
now-
we
yeah,
kinda have
Gotta
to
yeah.
keep
Now we
it.
kind of
have
have
to.
to.
Yeah.
Bring out that branded now. There
Yeah.
you go. Make T-shirts and stuff. There you go.
Yeah, our drummer actually made the logo we
Logo.
have.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, Facebook.
You're everywhere. You're
Yeah.
on. That's how I talk to you. So on Instagram now,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Um,
You're that. Or your
But-
mom. One or the other.
yeah,
Your mom hits me up everywhere.
yeah. I know she loves a podcast. So.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I was gonna say so. I saw someone at HEB the other day,
Mhm.
and I haven't told anybody this, but it was really quick. I was walking out, and this lady goes, Bobby. I'm like looking at this woman. I had no clue she was, right? She goes, oh, he goes, are you the guy that does the podcast? I'm like, yeah. She goes, can I take a selfie with you? It's the weirdest thing, man. I'm like, I'm in front of HEB. I don't know what she did with it, but I'm kind of looking for. I'm trying to get see if I can get on Facebook or see if I'm tagged on anything
Yeah.
with a picture of some lady from HEB. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it happens a lot though. People in Georgetown, because a lot of people in Georgetown watch it
Yeah.
and stuff. So anyhow, well, so you won the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
So what did you get for a prize?
For the prize, the first place prize was $250, plus 8 hours of studio time at 512 Studios.
Oh,
with
with
Omar.
Omar, huh?
Yeah, with Omar.
Oh
Exciting.
boy.
Um,
I don't know about him.
Love
You gotta
that
watch-
guy.
You gotta watch
Yeah.
out for Omar. Watch out for Omar.
drinks a lot of schnapps.
Yeah.
Drinks a lot of everything.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for him. It was his
Uh,
birthday yesterday.
Oh, it
Saturday.
was?
Oh,
I didn't even know.
It was
happy birthday.
It was
Yeah.
his birthday Saturday.
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Omar.
So he's
Um,
150 years old. I don't know. He was out. I think he was out playing. Well, I called him on his birthday, which was Saturday, and I guess he was staying in with his kids, his kiddos, and
Yeah.
I guess he was gonna go out and do something last night, but I didn't hear from him.
Um,
But that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever been down there to 512?
Caitlin has
Yeah.
actually.
That's a cool little
Yeah.
place. Yeah, I went down there for. Been out there a few times, but I went there last time. I was there for a CD release party. Amy Edwards had her CD release party down there.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a really cool little studio.
Yeah.
It looks bigger on TV, sort of like how this does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This room
Um,
looks a lot bigger on TV.
Yeah. Levi also won best
Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price for that was 50.
$50
$50
cash,
Yeah.
cash money.
Cash money.
Yep.
Was it cash?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was all
Well,
in cash.
Yeah.
You don't see much cash these days.
I know. Yeah.
Your pocket that run out. Spend it. You spend it.
No, not yet.
You sure? All right. Okay.
I think Levi was the only guitarist who actually like came up with his own.
Yeah, everyone else was doing like
you know,
covers of like different riffs.
Yeah. I think someone did like
Yeah.
Mazirlu, like that surf song.
Yeah, dude.
Someone did like Purple Haze.
Well, back in my day, it was Eruption by Van Halen. That was the big
Yeah.
one. You know.
I was thinking of doing that.
Yeah.
If you could play Eruption by Van Halen, you were the man back then, man. I tell you, all that stuff.
I mean, Levi's the man right now.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Wow. Get a plaque or anything?
He hears
Put
Van
you on a
Halen
plaque?
and he's like, oh, too easy.
Oh,
He's
oh
like,
come
yeah.
on. You're not in it. So who's your guitar heroes? You have any guys you look up to, or
Okay, if you want me to give me a whole list, it's gonna take forever.
just get up on that mic a little bit?
Okay.
There you go.
Well, first of all, probably my main influence right now, anyways, is John Petrucci.
Oh shit, Dream Theater.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Mike Mangini's my guy for drums. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I
Berkeley
love
guy.
him.
Yeah,
That guy's awesome.
I've been following him for years.
I was
He's been-
watching his audition before I came over here.
Oh yeah, that weren't.
Yeah, I watched all the auditions.
Yeah.
Auditions.
Because
the drum-
me and Levi are
drummers.
going to Dream Theater is going to be in. Well, I think is it in Austin or in San Antonio?
It's in Austin.
It's in Austin
Yeah.
on May 1st.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
I saw them in Yes Back. God, it was like 10 years ago or something. But it's definitely a good show.
Yeah.
For me, it's the kind of thing where I can't go see Dream Theater anymore because it's. I mean, this don't get me wrong. They're great musicians.
Mhm.
The songs to me are just too long, and I just kind of get like
They're not a band you can headbang to because they're all in different time signatures.
Oh yeah,
and
but
you're
there's
just-
Yeah.
time signatures and they're
Tempos.
all over the place. Yeah, great
Yeah.
band though,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Definitely like if you're trying to push yourself.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely the
Theater,
band. Yeah,
It's like the only reason I listen to them.
yeah. John Petrucci's really good, and
Yeah.
the whole. I mean, everybody in the band's killer. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad, totally glad that Mangini's in there now. So, because I was really wondering who was going to get that gig, because they had a bunch of great drummers in there.
Yeah.
So,
He played for Steve Vai, right?
Mangini played for. Remember the band Extreme from the
Yes.
'80s?
Yes.
He did one record with them.
Mm-hmm.
He played in this really heavy band called Annihilator for a little bit. He's just played on a ton of stuff, and I think he
Yeah.
played also on. Who's the singer of Dream Theater?
I don't know his name.
Couple of his records too. Yeah, it's like you don't know what it is. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah,
don't-
who's that guy? Right?
yeah, I know,
You don't know about him.
Cares about the singer.
Yeah, who cares about the singer, right? So, anyways, I forgot where I was going to go with this, but yeah, he's a great drummer. He's been around forever, you know, and
Yeah.
he deserved that gig because I mean, you saw the other guys that went in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it was really funny because my old band. This is a crazy story, believe it or not. My old band from like the mid '90s. They went out to L.A. I left the band and they moved out to L.A. and their drummer was Virgil Donati for a little
Oh.
bit. They
Wow,
did it,
that's
actually.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the records is with Virgil playing on it, and that lasted just for a tad bit. I mean that guy's a monster too.
Yeah.
So you know.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's real cool. So what did you win? Did you win a prize? You got to be
Well,
you got to
I-
to be the singer of the
Yeah.
band that won.
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We all get a part of that.
Yeah.
Prize,
You all got
so, I mean,
prize of $200, right?
Yeah.
Cash
$250
money.
bucks. And also band coaching at School of Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All free.
all free. There you
Yeah.
go.
That was nice.
Got some great teachers over there too.
I know. Yeah. You
Yeah.
had some of them on.
Yeah, I
right?
know them all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember who actually works there. I know, of
Yeah.
course, Bob owns it.
Yeah.
You know, Alex Vallejo.
Mhm.
Does he teach or does he?
He'll do some like drum lessons.
Yeah, but Les
he's like
Yeah.
Les Fisher does the drum lessons over there, right?
yeah
Yeah.
him and Eric.
Yeah, Les is a beast. Man,
Yeah.
he is so good. Such a sweet guy too.
I know. Yeah. He's pretty intimidating at first though.
You know, isn't that kind of crazy when you meet him? He's like this big. He
Yeah.
doesn't smile much, you know.
Mhm.
But once you get to know him, he's a big teddy bear. He's a
Yeah.
great, but he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I had the same thing with him too. Before I met him, I was like, kind of he looks kind of scary. You know, if he doesn't know you, he kind of looks a little weird at you. You know,
Yeah.
but great dude. You know, so who's teaching guitar over there?
There's
Are
a
you?
lot of.
Are you teaching now?
I mean, you probably could.
Since you're the
You
like you're
could.
the
I
king
could try.
shredder now,
Can try.
you could try.
give it a shot.
Yeah, when I'm 20, when I actually need.
Do it. Do it.
There's
do
but
it.
yeah, there's a lot of guitar teachers over there actually.
The one who taught me most of the things I know now is Alex Commit.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
His band's called Black Noise.
Yeah, I think I've heard of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Other guitar teacher is Brent Myers. He plays with Strange Love.
You know, my buddy Josh Roush. I don't know if you know him. He's a keyboard.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
he's
Yeah.
he's one of my
Yeah.
teachers.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. He plays in 333.
He's awesome.
I think he's getting his own school. I think, or he's going to
Yeah.
be over a
Yeah.
different school, from what I remember him telling me.
I think he'll be the music director at
Yeah,
one of the new locations.
he's a
I think it's Cedar Park.
Yeah.
I think he's doing
Yeah.
Cedar Park. Yeah, he's a great keyboard player and a great guitar player too.
Yeah.
So
I always see him when his band's practicing there. He'll be on the keyboard and he'll have a guitar on him, and he'll go from keys and then real fast to
yeah, that's
Like
what he
some
does. That's what
chord
he
or
does with his
something.
bands, though.
yeah.
Looks like you know what Travis Tritt is.
Mm-hmm.
Josh looks just like Travis Tritt. Got the same kind of hair and everything. And I think at one point he cut it off because he wanted to look like Travis Tritt. But I always used to call him Travis Tritt all the time. He used to get mad at me. So he looks just like him, though, man. You know, it's crazy how much he looks like him. Yeah, but his band is really good. I don't know if you've listened to 333 at all. Have you?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
guys,
They-
all
they
those
rehearse
guys are
there
really
sometimes.
good friends of mine. Yeah, those are my best friends. Those guys. Yeah, but I think the School of Rocks are just killer.
Yeah.
You know.
There was a Texas Fest, School of Rock Texas Fest. I think it was in December, or it was sometime last year. But it was basically just all the School of Rocks in Texas,
Mhm.
like had one big meetup in Austin, and so we got to see all the amazing bands play.
I remember Bob when Bob was up here. He said something about that. I'm trying to remember. You know, I do so
Yeah.
many of these episodes. I can't remember who says what anymore. You know,
Mm-hmm.
after 220 of them, you're kind of like going, your brain's kind of spinning around. Like, you don't remember me saying that? I'm like, maybe. Let me go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
It was funny because people ask me all the time. It's like, do you listen to your own episodes?
Mm.
And I always say no. Today I listened to one,
Oh, you did?
and I don't remember anything I said on it. I'm like, going, did I really say that? Oh my god, it was really funny though. I thought it was hilarious.
Which episode?
There's this band called Doctor Sleep,
Yeah.
like a heavier band, and I just for some reason I just popped it on. I just started listening to it at work. I was just cracking up. Like this is pretty funny. So
Yeah.
you know, because you do them. It's sort of like when you play. You know, you're like, oh, did I suck tonight? I'm not sure. Oh, I don't think I sounded that good. And you know,
Yeah.
and all the ones that I think are real bad, all the episodes I think are horrible. Everybody loves them. I don't know what it is. It's, you know, all the ones I think are good, no one likes them. So it's like can't win, can't please everybody,
Yeah.
right? So
I saw you had one with Austin comedians.
oh yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't want to. Let's not get into that. That's not for children. That's
Yeah.
not for you
Yeah,
got to be
probably
18,
not.
18 or over for that one. And it's really funny because a friend of mine, she was asking about that episode. She goes, "Oh, these Austin comedians on here." I said, they're okay. You know, we had a good time. It was, it was a little adult orientated, but so I sent her the link. This is a couple days ago. So
good.
I'm really wondering if she listened to it or not. So yeah, that was a bad one, man. Jeez. But my thing with this is I really want to get everybody up here. You know, musicians and comedians and just whatever. You know,
Yeah,
just
anyone local.
anyone local pretty much. You know, I really don't like doing national stuff because it's
Yeah.
it's first of all, it's hard doing that, and second of all, this is more Austin based. You know,
Yeah.
Austin area based. So because we need something for the local people. You know, you guys. So, and I'm going to be hopefully working with Bob and School of Rock on different projects. So that'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah,
So
that sounds cool.
get you guys all involved. So this might be the first of many a podcast for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully.
Levi's like, I don't know about
I
that.
know. Yeah.
He's like, I just want to shred. I just want to shred. I don't want to talk.
He can't wait till he gets back home to his guitar.
Yeah, I'm having separation anxiety. From
Really?
my
Should
guitar.
have brought it with you.
I think, Levi, you said a couple days ago you sleep with your guitars, right?
Yeah, I literally do.
Do you really sleep with guitars? Oh, it's a little weird.
He protects them.
I mean,
Sometimes
What kind of guitar do you have? Or guitars?
the first one I ever had was Squire Stratocaster. It's a Japanese.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
It was like super cheap though. It was one from that was handed down from my dad. It used to be his backup guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently, last year, closer to the beginning of this year, he got me a Kramer. It was an old model that I don't think they sell anymore because Kramer's kind of dying. So
Yeah, Kramer. I mean,
Yeah.
you can still buy Kramers, but they're not as popular as what they
yeah,
used
they're
to
not
be.
as
Yeah.
relevant.
Remember I
Sadly.
remember the Pacer was a big model back in the day.
Mm.
Then Jackson, Charvel Jacksons were big when I was a kid too. I don't think they even sell Jacksons anymore, do they? Can you get 'em?
I think so.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Can you get
Yeah.
Jacksons? What's the big guitar now? I mean, because I know all the vintage guys want Gibsons and Fenders and all that
All my
stuff.
friends at school who play guitar want Gibsons.
Oh yeah, Gibson Les Pauls and all that stuff. Because I remember, Yayo.
Yeah.
You know who Yayo is? You
Yeah.
met him before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a picture with him.
Yeah.
He's
Kiss
a-
guy.
Yeah, the Kiss guy. He comes up here. He's just-
Yeah, I saw a video of him, Dave Grohl, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was like,
Pulled
"Get
him
up
on
here,
stage.
Kiss guy."
Yeah, Kiss guy. But yeah, he's been up here a few times. I've known him pretty well, and he was telling me that after that whole Kiss guy thing happened,
Mhm.
that Gibson sent him it's like 4 or 5 Les Pauls or
Oh,
something.
wow.
They got a deal with Gibson because of it. Yeah,
Nice.
everybody was just
Nice.
giving him stuff.
Just because he called him up on stage.
He got up on stage and that video
pretty-
went.
yeah,
that video
it
went
was really
viral.
cool. Yeah.
I think with him he was even telling me it was just too much for him.
Mm.
Says he couldn't go out public anymore. People recognize him, wanting to post pictures with him and stuff. It was crazy. No, but seriously, that video got like 10 million hits or something. It
Yeah.
was some ungodly amount. So hopefully he does something with it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, hopefully.
He's got a couple of bands he's working on, but
Yeah.
and he's down at 512 all the time with Omar. So
I know he has like a duet band.
oh yeah, Brown Kids
Yeah, Brown Kids.
with Pearl. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them over at this thing called Skunk Fest.
Skunk Fest.
Yeah, there's this guy named Skunk Manhattan. He's got a band called the Good Rogering or something,
Hmm.
and he has his own festival now. And actually, I have to MC it. But I was talking to him the other day, and I said, "Man, I don't know if I can MC this thing because it starts at like noon and it goes to like 1 in the morning." I said, "I can't be
Oh.
there for 13 hours. It's not gonna happen. I don't know if I can last that long."
Yeah.
I just be like, the last band comes on. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna do half of it. We'll get like 2 MCs for it or something. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're really good. I love watching like clips of them on Instagram.
What's that? A good Skunk?
No, Brown Kids.
Oh, Brown Kids.
Brown
Oh, yeah.
Kids,
Oh,
yeah.
anyways, what I was gonna say, where I'm going with that is Brown Kids played on that Skunk Fest bill,
Mm.
and it was just the 2 of them. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They're really, really good.
I met Yayo at it was a Dharma Kings and Vallejo show. It was at the original Hanovers.
I was probably there. I probably
you were probably
emceed that
there.
show.
Oh, that's the one right next to my
Oh,
house.
actually, yeah.
I
you
think
were
I
there.
probably did MC the show. I
think
MC
I-
most of those.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember you
So
actually.
I go up there and talk a bunch of noise in between bands and make
Yeah.
fun of people and stuff. That's what I do. Yeah, that's me.
Mhm.
And for every show, they always ask, "Hey, what are you doing tonight? You want to MC the show?" I'm like, sure, I'll come down. Always make fun of everybody and everything. So,
Yeah.
oh my god,
The attorney that rocks.
yeah. Actually, I was talking to him a couple days ago
Hmm.
because he's looking to do some new stuff too. He's doing like a solo project and he's looking for some new bands to get into and stuff. So, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, I've met him.
Yeah, he's a real cool guy.
Mhm.
Cool dude. Yeah, great singer too. The whole band is great. Dharma
I
Kings is
know.
a great band. So.
He told me he hires the best musicians that way he looks good because
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's not that handsome. Not that handsome. So I'm telling you, man, for a dude that's in shape though, man, he's rocking. He's at the gym all the damn time, and he's all hulked out and everything. So
Yeah.
So how did you get into playing keyboards?
It was because of my school orchestra actually.
Oh,
So up until junior high, my first year of junior high, I had nothing to do with music. And my dad's always played guitar like since he was in high school. And he even custom builds guitars.
oh, great.
Grumpy Goat Fabrications.
I think he sent me something today on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, was that him?
hmm
I remember Grumpy Goat. I remember that. So
Yeah. Well, he goes by that. That's like his nickname.
I got to tell you one thing though, and I'll not sort of to interrupt, but I got more like, what's the word? I got more friend requests and like stuff on you guys today
Oh.
about all the stuff you were sharing and everything else, and I guess friends of yours liking the podcast and
Yeah.
sending me things on Instagram. So that's what you have to do. You really got to get out there on social media and get that going because there's a lot
Yeah.
of people that don't. So
hmm
keep that up. You're doing a great job
It's
on that
definitely
stuff.
one of our. We focus on that a lot. So.
Well, I mean, if you see my stuff, I'm on it. I'm on everywhere.
Mm.
I try to be on it. Do you have a Twitter thing, or you're not on Twitter?
I don't. I have a Twitter, but I don't think I.
Yeah, because I
use it.
tried putting something for Twitter. I couldn't find something on you guys. So
Yeah.
a handle, is that what they call it on Twitter? A handle?
Yeah. That Twitter handle.
I just have
Um,
a dead Twitter I never use.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Same.
I have it installed.
Yeah, I'm picking
on
like
the
2 out
account.
of 3. It's Instagram and Facebook. I can't do all 3. It's too much.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's all you need though. Instagram and Facebook. Everyone's on those. So
Waiting for the next big one to come out. So I don't know. When that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't think Facebook's going away anytime soon. Anyways, back to your story. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So my parents always they planned on me playing guitar just because I mean it would be so convenient just because my dad already knows everything and he could teach me, but I just never wanted to play guitar.
Yeah.
And so come 6th grade, I picked up the cello. That went well. I think.
The cello.
Yeah, the cello.
That's a hard
I
instrument.
just thought,
too.
I mean, I wanted to play an orchestra, and I was like, I mean, I can sit down and play the cello. Yeah, I mean, so
play
that's
the
pretty
tuba.
cool.
That's
Yeah, the tuba.
play the
Yeah.
tuba.
Well, so after that summer passed, I had seen like so many kids. There was a big upright piano in our our orchestra room. And I'd always seen like the older kids who were in like 8th grade. Oh my God, like, and I'd always seen them like playing songs on there. They'd play like All Star by Smash Mouth or
Yeah.
like some like cheesy song. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. So like I went home and my parents got me it was like a $50 Casio for Christmas or something. But it was just collecting dust. And I was like, you know what? I want to learn something over the summer.
Yeah.
And so, me being me, the first song I decided to learn was the Office theme song. Probably not the best choice for a beginner. But I think it took me like all summer just to get one hand. But I mean, after that, everyone thought I was the coolest kid ever. Like once school started, just
There you
because
go. You're the
he
man.
knows the Office theme song, guys. We gotta go watch him play it. And I mean, ever since that day, everyone,
Yeah.
If
If I was to go back again, I would forget drums and play keyboards. I mean, because no, I would because I mean, with learning theory behind it. If you're schooled that way, you can write songs. I mean, drummers are. I'm not saying drummers are dumb, but I mean, it's like it's.
I mean, they definitely, you guys definitely know a lot about rhythm, though.
Yeah, but
you know?
about rhythm and stuff, but you can't like really write songs on drums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't really have the theory behind it. Because I remember when I was a kid, my music teacher like over the summer wanted to teach me theory, and I just couldn't pick it up. I just I can read drum music and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I can, but I can't when it comes to notes. It's like, I'm kind of not too smart on it. You know what I mean?
Well, so like since I started with the cellos use the bass clef, and that's on a piano. That's the left hand.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's been super hard for me to try to learn the right hand on sheet music because there is a difference. It's like 2 notes apart or something. And so I haven't been able to learn sheet music just because I started on the one, which sucks. I mean, I should have started with piano. But
I mean, at some point, I mean, if you play keyboards, I say professionally, but
yeah.
you want to sit in with people. Some people have charts and stuff. You kind of have to learn how to read charts.
I mean, I could probably just get some flashcards. Honestly, I'm just pretty lazy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you're honest about it, right?
Yeah.
Levi over there.
FACE.
Yeah. There you go. Face.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
Uno.
Yeah.
Uno.
Yeah. How did you get into guitar, Levi?
Yeah, I'm coming to you next. We're going around the table. I gotta
let's go in a
get through
circle.
all this stuff here.
We'll end on Bobby.
Yeah, then we can talk about me. I don't know. Whatever you want to know.
All right. Well,
There's not much to tell.
How I started on guitar was, well, first, I started out when I was about 12. I asked for a cajon for Christmas because I wanted to learn how to play the box. So I got that for Christmas, and then a few months later passed by next year, and then they got me an early birthday present, which was a drum kit. So I started out on drums.
Oh yeah.
That's always a nice gift.
And then I and I
Drum
was
set,
like,
nice.
I asked my dad, I was like, is that for like a Klein or something? He was like, no, it's for you. And I was like,
Yeah.
and then after a few months, I got kind of bored with drums. So my dad started teaching me guitar because that's probably his main instrument.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from there, he he started not really having time to teach me stuff, so I just decided to teach myself.
Yeah.
And you guys are lucky because you have YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we didn't have anything, you know?
Yeah. My first 2 years on keys was all just self-taught.
Yeah, you go on YouTube, they'll teach you how to play anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seriously, but we didn't even have, we didn't have computers when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah. That was probably much harder.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if you saw the way that we used to learn how to play music, you'd be like, "What? Are you kidding me?" It's horrible. Oh, but we did it, you know.
Yeah.
But these days,
Yeah.
got all these videos and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely nice having all the resources.
Resources are
available.
nice.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like whenever kids complain when they can't learn something, because I'm just like, you can slow it down, you can speed it up, you can rewatch it as many times as you want to. It's not live.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's a pretty big commitment though, learning an
Pretty
instrument.
big commitment.
Yeah.
Well, if
At
you're
least
really
for
into it,
for kids in high school, at least, you know.
Good Lord.
Well, Caitlin.
Oh no, we're not done with you yet. We're still going with you.
Oh, I guess. I guess that's true. Yeah, Levi.
Yeah.
Poor little Levi. He's like one stepping over Levi over here.
After that, I started going to School of Rock, and I started.
So this is all like in a 2 or 3 year period, then, right?
Yeah, it's all a 2 year. I've been
Yeah.
playing for 2 years.
Wow, and you're like the king of shredders now
Yeah.
after
He's
2
a-
years.
He's a fast learner.
Man, that's
y-
good. That's real good.
I think you said you practice like 5 hours a day, right?
I
Good.
used to, yeah.
Used
Now
to.
it's like more like 3. But.
That's still
Yeah.
good though.
That's
It's good to keep that up. I mean, you know, because there's a lot of guys that don't. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it became a habit, and I can't really stop doing it.
well, that's good. So I mean, do you play acoustic also, or you're just an electric player?
I also play acoustic. To me, the way it looks is all instruments are the same theory-wise, but the way you physically play them is different.
Yeah.
Like bass
Yeah.
is pretty much just bigger strings, different techniques you can use on it because it has thicker strings.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because there's a lot of guys that I used to know back in when I was a kid that they could play electric guitar all day long, but you put them on acoustic guitar, they're going, "Oh, I can't play this. I can't do this. What do you mean? Well,
Yeah.
I can't. You know, it doesn't feed back. I can't do all this stuff." And they would try to like play it, and they couldn't. It was crazy. So I always tell guys, I said, it's like just before you even hit an electric guitar in the beginning, just like a couple of years on an acoustic, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And then when you move over to an electric, it's a whole, you're gonna be such a much better player,
Yeah.
And I'm sure your guitar teacher probably told you a little bit about that or whatever, Nope. Like I don't.
I mean,
teachers
Levi's
don't
like
play
his own
acoustics
teacher.
either.
He teaches me some stuff. I teach myself a lot.
Yeah. He's like his own teacher.
He basically teaches me, like, songs, basically. Like,
Oh, okay.
because I'm in performance
Yeah.
band I was in
Yeah.
performance band with
me
Saturday
and,
band.
Yeah, me and Levi are in the Saturday performance band at School of Rock.
And what exactly is that?
That's they have different performance groups that perform at their like mid-season shows during the season or end of season show, and we don't have a house band yet,
Yeah.
but all the other School of Rocks, they all have house bands and they'll play at all the gigs you see School of Rocks at.
Yeah, last time we had to be the house band.
Yeah,
Saturday
we had to do a house band gig once.
was the most recent one.
Yeah,
South by Southwest.
yeah, it was
Oh, that's right, 'cause I just saw
at Darwin's Pub. I
Yeah,
think.
Darwin.
Yeah, I saw something about that where you guys played down. It was like a last minute
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah,
How'd that go?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I was nervous, but it
Nah.
was awesome.
Oh yeah, and then 3 weeks ago I actually played there too.
Yeah, that was even
Yeah.
more last minute. That was.
Yeah, that was like we were there and
And my dad
Uh,
was like, "Hey, y'all can play. You can go play at Touche if y'all want to." And I was like,
yeah, because a
okay.
band canceled at a bar, and they were like, "Well, we need a band." And Levi's dad was like, "Well, my son's in a band, and they're all here, so
I want
Yeah,
to.
he was the one helping
yeah."
all those venues and stuff.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, you probably could have played all day. You probably could have played 10 times because I'm sure there's a lot of bands that canceled. Because a
Yeah.
lot of bands get to town and they see like the clubs they're playing in,
Hmm.
and they see like, okay, we're gonna play for half an hour at this place, kind of a thing. And they
Mhm.
don't want to do it, so there's always those open spots all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they should have just give the clubs your number. Just you know what I mean. You guys could just bounce from club to club to club, play
Yeah.
all day long.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hey, just do it next year. I'll probably be down there
Yeah.
for next year with this. I'm gonna try to weave my way in there somehow, but it's just tough. I mean, South by's it's just a beast every year down there.
Yeah.
It's just too much. I went to some shows, but I went on the outskirts. I didn't do like downtown because I mean, getting in and out of there was crazy.
Yeah. I think we took the train there to
Yeah,
avoid
took the
like
train.
traffic.
And the $80 parking.
Yeah. I mean, and even then there was like a crash like on the train tracks, so it got
Yeah.
delayed too.
Did it really?
Yeah, there was like an accident.
I think it was further up though.
Yeah,
It was-
Luckily, we got to get to our place, our parking spot in time. But there
my
was like
God.
there was like a crash on the train tracks.
Was it on the way there or the way back?
It was on the way back, from South by. So yeah, people go crazy.
So how long did you play? How long was the gig over there?
For School of Rock.
Well, I mean, for South by downtown. About a half hour or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
Yeah.
it was about a half an hour.
We did our songs from Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have many songs ready right now because we kind of like we're like newborns.
Newborns.
Yeah, I
we're a
remember-
newborn.
You got like what 10 good songs?
I mean, like
5?
like yeah, something
Like
like,
five
that. Yeah, probably
songs?
like 5 songs.
But you play them real good though, right?
Yeah,
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Perfect.
it's
I think-
quality over quantity.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah,
Quality over quantity. That's definitely 100%. That's
Yeah.
what way you want to go.
I remember we had
Unlike this podcast. Lots of episodes, not so many good ones. I'm only kidding. Go ahead.
I remember we had 3 songs. We were playing the whole time. We had to rotate. We had to replay the 3 songs.
yeah. We
Every band does that though when you're starting out.
hmm
I remember being in like when I was first moved to Austin, like I was 20, like the time 24, 25, and playing in bands, and my band we did originals back then, so we had like 13 songs, right? And then we had to fill we didn't know we had to fill like an hour and a half.
Hmm.
So what do? You kind of go back and you play some songs over again, you know?
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah.
hey, didn't you play that about an hour ago? I was like, yeah. You liked it so much the first time, we're gonna play it for you again, you know, just to make up that hour
Yeah.
and a half or 15 or whatever it was, you know.
Well, I mean, it kind of worked out in our case just because the first time we played through our set, there wasn't really like anyone in the bar. But
Yeah,
like,
there you go. See,
But so because we were playing, a lot of people started coming in. They didn't hear the song, so we were like, "Hey, to them, it's the first time."
yeah,
so,
there
I
you
mean,
go. See, no one even knows.
Yeah, apparently we
Yeah.
had like a long like strip that was watching us, but I couldn't see it
Yeah.
because we couldn't see over the crowd. We only saw like the first few people.
Yeah. So to us, it was like nobody, but
Yeah, we were
apparently
just
the bar
like,
full-
okay,
filled up.
that's
And actually, T-Flow, Levi's dad had to play drums because our drummer couldn't
yeah.
make
He
it.
had to fill in because it was so last minute and
Yeah, because our drummer wasn't even at South by. He wasn't planning on going.
Really?
Well, because 3 weeks ago hadn't planned this. It was kind of
Oh,
like
it was last minute gig.
Yeah.
Last
Okay.
minute.
like we found out while we were there, like
yeah,
5
it-
minutes
it,
before.
was
Oh.
like 10. Yeah,
So did you have
Yeah.
like gear in your cars or something, or
We
just,
used
No.
we used
They're-
they had a drum kit there, I think, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we had to like get a
We
drum
had
kit
to-
from another venue.
Yeah, we had to borrow cymbals from another venue, and I used a School of Rock keyboard that I had to take home and bring back another day. And our guitarist David had to borrow one of our friends' guitars because we didn't
Yeah.
have any gear.
God,
So
there's a lot of effort went into that half hour,
Yeah.
huh? Good lord. No, because usually, I mean, for South by, those venues will put up like a back line, which is like cabinets and drums and stuff like that.
yeah,
So you could just kind of go out. Well, if it's keyboard players, it's a little different, but guitar players and bass players have something to plug into at least.
yeah,
So
Right.
sounds like you had a great time though.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was very exciting.
That's always
It's fun.
Great
Very-
experience.
Yeah,
well. Hey, you get used to it. You're in Austin, and that's what we do once a year. So that's the
Yeah.
big thing. And every year, it's gonna probably get bigger and better for you guys. So if you keep it all together,
mm-hmm.
So are you guys gonna start working on originals and stuff like that, or?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we're just we're gonna take our time. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
we don't have There's no like deadline. So,
Yeah.
Right.
And we have 3 months of band coaching, I think, at School of Rock. So, we can have them help us if we need it.
Got a lot of great teachers there and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you're the singer.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
It's
now,
like,
Caitlin.
oh boy.
Caitlin's in trouble.
So do you play an instrument at all, or do you sing?
With the band, I just sing, but I do play keys and I do play guitar.
Uh-oh, triple threat over here. You guys are in trouble.
Yeah.
Sings keys and guitar.
Mhm.
Oh boy. What do you think about that?
I mean,
I do the same thing.
yeah, we're all
Pretty
kind
much,
of multi-instrumentals.
Right.
Wow.
So I play bass.
Yeah.
Me and him kind of play
Yeah.
bass
Yeah,
with
I-
the band sometimes.
I played bass for some of the set
Mhm.
Warpath after Battle of Bands.
Yeah, because we had right after Battle of the Bands, we had a gig. So like as soon as it ended, we had to rush over to Warpath Pizza. And we had to have like some interview with the band at the school.
Yeah,
God.
only
So-
3 of us were there.
It's
Only
like
three-
rock stars.
Only
man.
3 of us were there because
Yeah.
Caitlin and our drummer had already ran off to go to
You
Warpath.
had to go to
And
Warpath.
they were like,
yeah.
"Oh guys, we need a closing interview for the band." So
What?
Yeah, it was just me.
You're like,
and,
what's going on?
You guys are like rock stars
it was
over
just
here.
it was me,
Jeez.
Levi, and our rhythm guitarist, and it was like super rushed, and we were like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got out of there, and we were actually because Battle of the Bands, all the money raised there was for the Stony Point Orchestra, because they don't get a lot of funding.
Right.
The arts.
Well, that's
and,
great. That's great.
And so we decided we were going to continue that at Warpath, and the owner actually he agreed. He was all for it.
Oh wow. Very cool.
So 25% of the proceeds that he made that night went to the Stony Point Orchestra as well.
So how much did they make in total? Did you find out or?
I think over $4,200.
Wow, that's good. That's great.
Which is like, I think they said that was triple what they made last year.
Oh wow, good for you.
So it was definitely worth it.
That's a good deal, man. Big time.
Yeah.
$4,200. You didn't skim any off the top, did you? See Levi. Grab 20 off the top. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
He grabbed his $50.
$50
like-
bucks. Where's my 50 for winning that? You know. Oh my God, that's funny. So you're like a singer, a keyboard player, and a guitar
Yeah.
player. Good Lord, that's so. When you go to school of rock, you just like focus on vocals, or do you have guitar lessons and also key lessons and stuff, or
I mainly focus on vocals because that's my love.
that's your love,
But
really?
yeah,
That's her specialty.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing since little.
That's awesome, man. And who's the vocal teacher over there?
They have several.
They have several. They have Vonnie, I know. Josh does vocals.
Josh Roush.
Oh, does he
Yeah.
really? I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I thought he just did keys and keys and guitars and stuff.
Yeah, no, he does everything.
He does it all,
basically.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He teaches they have a rookie program that's like kids below 6.
That must be fun.
Yeah, it's like 4 to 6 year olds, and I mean they're just supposed to play like boom whackers and
Yeah, yeah.
tambourines and cowbell, but like after
Is that when Izzy came in? Jumping on top of the tables and
yeah.
karate kicking everybody.
That's where
and-
Izzy started. But after like 4 weeks, Josh had all of the kids in there playing instruments. Like he had them playing
Yeah.
guitar, bass.
Wow.
He had them on drums, singing.
Yeah, he's real passionate about it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I know him from, just from, he plays in Trick Shot, he plays in 333 and all these bands. But when he came up here to talk about School of Rock, I really didn't really know that side of him,
Hmm.
And he was really excited about the whole school, the whole program and everything. And, Bob was excited about him, running that other school.
Yeah.
Cedar Park, you said it
Well,
was?
I think Josh owned a music school before, like in the past.
Well, I know he worked at Guitar Center for a long time.
I think he still does. He does lessons there.
Yeah, or he,
Yeah.
or does he still?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
I'm gonna be going on to Houston with him when I think probably the end of next week. I think we're gonna possible. Yeah, 333 has a gig down there.
Hmm.
Something about driving down. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen though, but I'll talk to him. About that when we go down. So, Hey, so for your guitar rig, what do you? I mean, besides like your guitars, are you talking about amps now? You got some. You running like Marshalls and stuff, or nothing big?
I have a cheap Behringer amp. I don't know what exact model, but
They make boards too,
Yeah.
That's my board, a Behringer. Yeah.
What do you have on your pedal board? I know you have a pedal board.
yeah, 2 pedals from Pedal of the Month Club.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Pedal of the Month Club.
Pedal
What
of the
exactly
Month
is
Club.
that?
It's,
That sounds cool. Though. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
It's where you get pedals and you can exchange them each month. If you don't like it, you can just get another one,
Oh, that's badass.
or you can keep it and buy
And
it
then
out.
I think you can pay them off, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want to keep them.
Yeah.
Damn. I need to hook up with some microphones and stuff. Microphone of the Month Club.
Microphone of the month.
At least
There you
58s are
go.
good. I want to get some getting something bigger and better than these 58s I have. So
Yeah, my pedal board is I have a Vox wah pedal, and I can't remember the name of the It's a pedal that's three pedals in one. It's a distortion, and then a distortion drive. It's a booster, and then I also have a compressor built into it, so it kills all three in one. So
you're like a big effects guy, or you like playing around with that stuff?
kind of, yeah, a little bit.
Our rhythm guitarist loves doing all that.
Yeah, David.
Yeah.
Remember when I was
he's into all the effects.
remember I was a kid. This guy, I can't remember the kid's name, but he had two of everything.
Two
Yeah.
of everything.
He had like his board were like this wide and it was like this deep.
Oh,
And he had them all. He had them all. All hooked up to each other. But he had two compressors, two reverbs, two this, two that. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what he was trying to prove with all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could play, but it was like, man, it didn't even sound like a guitar by the time he was done with it. It was hitting all these little pedals and buttons and everything else. I'm like, you need all this stuff, really? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so every time I see a guy with a big old pedal board, I'm like, man, this is, because if you look at a guy like, you listen to Zach Wild at all? He's got, he runs a chord into a big Marshall, and I think he has like one or two, like a reverb pedal and maybe a wah or something, and that's all he's got,
It just depends on how picky you are on your sound.
Yeah, he's just, he's just a murderer on guitar. He gets, he's all about volume.
Yeah.
You get near him, he's like this. You get blown away, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So when you guys walked in, we were playing AC/DC. So is the hard rock stuff what you guys are into?
Definitely something we're into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really like the indie rock.
We do. Yeah. I mean, I think we're all kind of like. I don't think we're all set on like one genre.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all. The
Right,
reason why
yeah,
our
right
band
now.
is our originals seem to come, or our student coming originals seem to be like different than most things you would hear because we all like
Right.
different genres and stuff, so it makes matches and
Kind of crossing
it's
genres.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Levi's a huge metalhead.
Yeah, I am too.
Classic
Yeah.
metalhead. Not
Oh,
like
yeah.
the new,
Can
I
mix-
hate the new stuff.
Can mix indie with metal.
Like what kind of old metal you like?
Like, I like neoclassical and also I like old thrash metal like Metallica, Megadeth.
The Anthrax and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Really into them? Yeah, that was my stuff growing up, because that's what they were new back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also like bands like Striper. I also like hair metal and glam rock and all
Yeah.
those. I'm a huge 80s in general fan.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't know. It's really funny to see the younger generation kind of go back to all that stuff.
I feel
'Cause
like
I
it's
w-
making a turnaround now. Like,
Yeah, I was a
Yeah.
huge Striper fan back in the day. Huge,
they're one of my main influences.
Yeah, great band. Super great
Yeah.
band. They're still playing. I think they're playing
Yeah.
down in Houston, I think, pretty soon. I think Blackheart Saints are opening for them. You know Blackheart Saints?
Yeah.
Those guys.
I talked with Josh Rosh about coming to the Battle of the Bands because we did Kashmir.
Yeah, it was his birthday. It was his birthday yesterday, too. Or on Saturday. I talked to him, yeah.
She has a birthday with Omar.
No, day before. Day
Oh,
before
day
Omar.
before.
Yeah. But he's going to come to the Battle of the Bands, or?
Well, so I
And
mean, I talked with him about coming.
Yeah.
But I think it was kind of like last minute, so he was busy. But I know he does Kashmir with his own band, so I mean, it's definitely something for next time.
And I think the Saints are down with Omar. They're recording down there for their next record now.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
as far as I know, I don't know what they're doing. I haven't talked to those guys in a bit.
I love Nate. Nate's super goofy, like, cause he has this setup with his drums, the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
He has his whole drum kit, but then he has these stands on the side, and he sets up these fans, and so he has them like on full blast. So the whole show, he's just like this the whole time, all majestic, and like his hair's blown back. I love that guy.
Got to keep cool. Got to keep cool. So
Yeah,
got to do what you got to do. Yeah, they're a bunch of great guys though.
yeah.
But Josh, I think. He's got a Zeppelin band that he plays in,
Mm-hmm.
a cover band. I think they're
Yeah.
playing here in a little bit. I can't remember what they're called because they changed the name I think once or twice. So, but those all great guys.
Yeah.
Great band. So but everybody's down at 512 recording, man. Yeah, you just you'll run into a whole bunch of different cats down there when you walk into that place. You don't know who you're gonna run into, you know. And sometimes you see who's in there. You just turn around and walk back to your car and get the hell out of there. You're like, I don't think I want to be down here. So did you? Was I gonna say? So when you go down and record, you know, like record an original song or something with those guys, or
Yeah, we'll probably. I think they said
That's
we
our
can.
plan.
Yeah,
yeah.
probably a few originals.
How much time do you get? You
8
get
hours.
8 hours?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
probably crank out like 3 or 4,
I mean,
maybe 5.
if we're gonna master them
lucky.
completely, probably one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Well, here's the
That
deal.
takes a while.
You would have to go in there and do all of them in one take,
Yeah, they
real
usually-
fast,
Yeah.
and then
It
spend the
usually
other.
takes like several days for one
Yeah.
song.
Well, because it's really weird. Your situation is the exact situation that I had when I was a kid,
Hmm.
because my friend's dad used to do business around in my hometown, and there's a little small recording studio. It's sort of like how like Omar's place is, and they had this fishbowl in the front, and they said, well, "Put your business card in, and whoever wins will get 8 hours of free recording time." So they picked his card, and we got to go
Yeah.
in there for 8 hours, and
Wow.
we recorded 4. We did 4 cover songs though.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, we didn't have an original song. So we were high school kids. We didn't write music back then. You know, we barely could play. And so we went and did 8 hours, and I think it was like 1 or 2 takes per song. And from what I remember, I think we spent maybe a couple. We had to buy an extra couple hours so we could mix it, because we didn't make it, you know, but we came
Yeah.
pretty close. And I go back home now, and that place has been mowed down for years. It ain't there no more. Yeah, but I still have the cassette tape around here somewhere. I know my buddy's got a copy of it somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, but we did like Kiss songs and stuff, and it, you know,
Cool.
wasn't bad, man. It wasn't bad for the time. It actually sounded pretty good,
Yeah.
you know. So it's really funny because it's the same exact situation you guys are in. So yeah, save it for an original song. Don't do covers
Yeah.
on that. It's
Yeah.
kind of stupid. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably do. I mean, hopefully 2 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's gonna happen? You're gonna get down there, and you get hooked on record, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Mom and Dad, Christmas is coming up. We each want
Yeah.
4 hours down at Omar's 512."
Yeah, I also had an idea of
That'd
like
be nice.
maybe sometimes recording at different people's houses, because I know my dad has a studio at our house, the garage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's so many bands that come up here, and they give me CDs or whatever, and I'll listen to them like, man, these things are great, you know. And I'll talk to them. I said, where'd you record this? Oh, we did the drums in my bedroom, and then we did the vocals in the bathroom. Oh, it's like all sorts of crazy stuff, you know. Because I mean, nowadays you could with the technology, you can record anywhere,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, I saw some like video of the Beatles, or not the Beatles, Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
He went down to like back to their old house that they recorded in, and he was saying they recorded all the vocals in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
It was like the smallest bathroom.
it's got it has the best echo and stuff.
Yeah. I think
And
that's pretty
all on
funny.
Everybody, but
Yeah.
everybody does demos like that and stuff. I mean, there's actually people recording records like that now.
Yeah.
And for so cheap, you're not even really even spending any kind of money to record because you have it in your house.
Mhm.
It's just the time you're putting into it, you know. It's people. I'm telling you, man, the gear nowadays is crazy. If I played you some stuff, you'd be like, "Man, where is that record? Oh my god!" You know. And you go, it's like the bathroom studios or something, you know.
Yeah.
They call it. There's a band called Free Bleeder. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Josh will tell you. I mean, all those anybody over at School of Rock knows those guys, and they came up here and gave me one of their CDs of a record they did. And I mean, when you see them, they look like a bunch of bums. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh man, these guys are gonna be terrible. Oh my god, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. So I put it in. Even when they left, I'm like, man, this is a great record. It sounds so good. And I called them the next time. I said, it's a great record. Where'd you record it at? Because we did it. We did it at our house. You know,
Mhm.
and it took them like a year to record it because they weren't on a schedule.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in a studio, it's a different thing. You got money at stake. You
Yeah.
want to get in there and knock it out and get out. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but took them a year to record, but it sounded really good. And I was like, man, I was super impressed with it. You know.
Mhm.
So hey, I would before you go down there, just make sure you got all your stuff in check, and man, you can just blow through those songs real quick. Because I'll tell you,
Yeah.
man, 4 hours or 8 hours goes by real fast.
It's a plan. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works out.
Especially when you're with Omar down there too. So
Yeah.
you gotta,
Oh yeah.
Funmar.
Yeah.
He has many names.
Yeah. Hopefully we go in on a good day.
Yeah, you got to go early in the morning. Like around 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
9 to about 1 is your time frame of good production. After that, you might want you just go home.
We'll split it up.
You
2
split it
days.
up. Have you been down there? 512. You never been down there?
Yeah.
Go check it out. It's really
I think it's
cool.
only Caitlin who's been down there of the whole band.
Really?
Yeah.
I see you everywhere though. You're on your
I know.
Instagram. You're everywhere.
Yeah.
You're like
I'd love to go down.
he's
just
like
check it
Jesus.
out.
He's everywhere. This guy. He's like he's at the Queen premiere. He's over at this guy.
Yeah.
He's taking pictures with that guy. He's like everywhere. It's like good God. It's like you ever go home? You ever stay home? You're always out all the time.
When I can.
When
I mean,
when my mom keeps me
yeah.
home, she won't let me to.
When my mom gets upset at me.
She says you're grounded. I can't see your mom grounding you. So you
Yeah.
know.
She'll probably just, it'll be like a Vallejo show, and she's like, I want to go see Omar. She loves Omar. She's like his biggest fan. She's always right in front of
Really?
him in the crowds. Maybe hear a lady screaming in any
I've
videos.
probably seen. Yeah, I think I have seen her there at many of those shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I think at that Hanover show, she like threw money at him, like she made it rain on him or something, with a couple ones. It was pretty funny.
Trying to
Omar
think.
didn't know what to do. He kind of just turned away and went to Geisner.
I went to the only show I did MC a show for them. It was Vallejo, but it was Dharma Kings. I think were
Yeah.
doing a show. Is that the one? The
I
November
don't know.
Frost or
We've been to
something
a
like
couple
that.
at Hanover.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like right when MC Overlord died.
Yes, I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that day. Les was there.
Yeah, Les was there on the side of the stage with
Yeah.
Kelly. Yeah, yeah. I emceed that show. Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
was terrible. God, it was horrible. Did you ever get to meet him?
I sadly no.
Yeah, really? Yeah, he was a great guy. Miss
Yeah.
him a lot, But yeah, he was one of the original hip hop guys in Austin,
Yeah.
and he moved from St. Louis to Austin like in '91. And you hear about the Austin Chronicle Awards all the
Mhm.
time, and Omar just won his thing. At 512 being the best studio, and he was the best producer.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, MC Overlord, Big Don,
Yeah.
he won Hip Hop Artist of the Year 10 years in a row, and they finally just put him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
and
they did?
Yeah, they said, you know what, you won too many damn times, so they put him in the Hall of Fame. That's how good he was.
I know, like, after a while, he started doing stuff for, like, kids, right?
Yeah, that's what the Big Don
Don?
thing. The Big Don was for the kids.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, he's missed by everybody. The Vallejos,
Yeah.
we all just miss him a lot.
I know that I saw they did a tribute for him at One Road Austin. The
Yeah.
one Alex set up.
Yeah, we did something for him at the Push Monkey show right before the Dirty Worms came on.
Hmm.
I did me and Les both did it together. I didn't know Les was coming to the show. I saw Les upstairs. I said, "Hey man, you gonna help me with this thing with Big Don?" And he's like, "Okay." So we both went on stage and did a little thing for him before the Worms came out. But yeah, because he was supposed to play that show.
Les?
Yeah, no, Big Don.
Oh, Big Don.
Yeah, MC Overlord was supposed to play that
Mhm.
show, and as it has it, of course, he passed away before it happened, so we couldn't
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, really sucked. I'm all bummed out.
Yeah.
What's the great thing about you guys is it's like you're young, and you got a great future ahead of you. You know what I mean? You just got to keep it together.
Yeah.
And don't get messed up with
Don't
all
mess
the
it up, Levi.
and don't mess up with all the junk. That's all I got to tell you is just stay away from all the junk. Just
Yeah. I try. I don't know about you guys.
you try.
Yeah.
Well, you all get into that age, so it's like
Yeah.
where it's everything's new and fun and all that kind of stuff. But
I'm
Yeah.
very cautious.
yeah, you have to
Exposed
be these
different
days.
things.
What's that?
Exposed to different things.
Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. It's like people always talk to me about what was the best years of your life, and I said, man, junior high. Junior high was I'm telling
Yeah.
you, man. High school, I didn't like high school when I was in high school, but man, junior high, I had so much fun. Because I think in high school I started having like a thing called responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those suck.
Yeah, responsibilities aren't good.
Yeah.
And then
Especially when you're lazy.
not when you're lazy. It's just like you're used to having so much fun going into being a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you turn into this, turn into an adult. Next thing you know, you're like, oh man, I got a lot of stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm preaching to you about this, but but I you know, it's really funny. I do it with the Black Heart Saint guys too. Like when they come up here, I always talk to them. I said, dude, don't get involved with all these women and and drinking and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Don't get involved in all that stuff and and all this kind of stuff, because it gets to a point where that gets in the way of a lot of things. You just got to keep your eye on the prize, as I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure your parents tell you that all the time too. But
Yeah. Like day in and day out.
huh?
Day in and day out. There.
Yeah, because they've been through it. We've all
Yeah.
been through it. It's like it's like we want you to be a better version of us.
Yeah.
What do you got? Song lyrics there? What is that?
Got some notes.
You got some notes.
some notes.
Oh boy,
Even
really?
had MC Overlord on here.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nah. Let me see.
Right there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
He's on top of things over here.
Yeah. I didn't want to forget.
No, I know that. It's really funny. I bring him up a lot because not to dig too deep into it, but man, a year is coming up already.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I think I'm going to do like a a year pod. Not what do they call it? An anniversary podcast. I'd rather do it on his birthday than do it when the day he died. But I don't know. It's just it's still a sore, not say a sore subject, but he's just like, it's like a lot of people just feel like he's still here and he's not. It's just it's such a big loss, man. It's crazy how big it was, and it's really sad you never got to meet him because he was such a great guy.
Yeah. I always heard good things about him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Larger than life guy, just a
Yeah.
huge guy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But he was like the most humble guy on the planet, and he's such a talented cat too. Oh my
mhm.
God,
I've seen
Unreal.
like clips of him singing and playing with Vallejos or
Oh yeah,
at shows.
and it's just there's certain songs that Vallejo play that he actually sang in, and then when they kind of keep it empty or something when his part
Mhm.
comes up, it's just like it's really sad. I don't know.
Yeah.
You all right over there? Sure. Well, you're falling asleep. You need
No,
a red.
it's just this my normal face.
Is that your normal face?
Your resting
it's-
face.
People always like judge me like you look like you're about to kill me. I'm like, that's just the way my face is. I'm not. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I can look like I'm about to kill you if if you want me to.
That's just a little
but-
twist
thought-
of the.
I thought you meant like I just naturally want to kill you.
That's right. That's right. I fucking whip your ass.
Yeah.
That's funny.
um.
Yeah, I guess I had the same thing all the time too. They're like, "Look, you're mad." I'm like, "I'm not mad. I'm just me."
Even sometimes when I'm happy, they'll be like, "What's your problem, dude?" I'm like, "Nothing.
Can't you just leave me alone?
Yeah.
Just don't look at my face."
Just
I
don't
wanna
look at your
ask
face.
If you've heard of Evening Optimist,
You know what? They're coming up here.
they are
Hell yeah, they
to
are.
do a podcast.
Yes, they're gonna be up here.
So do you know Robert Becker?
Yeah,
He is my.
they're gonna be about a 22nd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He is my geography teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I went and saw I've been trying to get them up here for a while now, and schedules just not meshing right. So I went down. It was for South by, and I went down to this place called the Moon Tower,
Yeah.
and it was a great day because Les's band Backbones was playing, Vallejo was playing, my buddy
Yeah.
Robert Wagner and his guys were playing down there, and Evening Optimist was playing down there. So I went down and. You hear that bass, and it just like sounds like Tool. I'm like going,
Yeah.
yeah. And I remember, talking to him afterwards. I'm like, man, you guys sound a lot like Tool, He was all happy that I thought that. But I was like, yeah, but Tool's a great band, So, anyways, yeah, they're going to be coming up here. They sound on the 22nd, so it's going to be kind of fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what he'll think that I was on here.
Why?
Just because I'm his student. I mean,
Isn't that weird though?
yeah.
He's in
it
a
is-
killer. He's in a killer band, and he's your teacher.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
And he's. I mean, I've seen him performing and stuff, and like in the class, he's nothing like how he is outside. I mean, he's
Yeah.
like he's he
Yeah,
keeps you on top of
he's a
stuff.
teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be
But
teaching at
it's
school.
it's
right?
cool that yeah, it's cool that he's in like two different worlds.
Yeah.
Completely different worlds. But yeah.
I mean and they're a really, really good band. I mean,
Mhm.
they're really good.
Yeah. Him and Chris Reyna. Chris Reyna's a bass player.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
Chris Reyna is. That's the one I was talking to. Was Chris? Yeah, and we scheduled them to come up. So actually, they were supposed to come up this week, but we had to bump them for next week or for a couple weeks. Excuse me. My schedule's all over the place up here. I try to book everything the first week of the month, and this month I didn't have Not say time, but I'm trying to schedule people all over the place. I'm trying to get new people up here and everything too. So, and then we got the big thing with Peer Tracks coming up.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow, so I'll make the big announcement tomorrow. So that's gonna be kind of cool.
I was listening to a podcast on Peer Tracks.
Yeah,
today.
it's very cool.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Do you know how that works? The whole Peer Tracks thing.
I recently installed it, so probably not.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, if Peer Tracks is like a streaming platform, and they do, it's more. I kind of put it out like this. It's sort of like you go to South by Southwest, you see all those bands from all over the world. You don't know any of them, right? Because none of them are like big time bands. But if you go on Peer Tracks, it's a streaming service for all like kind of local indie bands, you know?
Oh, okay.
And I'm one of, and there's got to be thousands of bands on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of 4 podcasts that's on there. So,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
But the cool thing about it is, you know, you actually get paid for streams.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a band on there that's making actually really good money because I'm in Spotify. You have to sell like, or you have to, I don't know the exact numbers, but somebody has to download and listen to your song like 2,000 times, you know, in order to get like not even a tenth of a penny or something. It's like ridiculous. I mean, you got to get like 1 million streams to make $5 on it. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But what Peer Tracks is, you make a lot. I mean, you actually make a lot more money. And I've been actually doing pretty well on it. You know, not like, you know, gangbusters making, somebody to retire off of. But I mean, I actually went in there the other day. I'm like going, oh man, I got a good chunk of change in there, you know, for only being out for like, 6-7 months or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're going to announce it tomorrow. And actually one of the owners of Peer Tracks is going to be on here on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to talk about the Peer Tracks and how it works and try to get bands on it, you know. Trying to get all my friends to say, hey, man, just get you on something else besides Spotify and iTunes, you know?
Yeah.
Because both of those don't pay.
Yeah, I
know?
think Tool took off their music.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Tool
don't
never
have
was
any
on
online-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
any
Tool was
online music
never-
at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tool never
even
was
know that.
on there.
I look up
Yeah.
their music on YouTube because that's the only source. That I
For
can
Tool?
find. Yeah.
They're not big on streaming, and the reason why is because of the sound quality.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Because Maynard and those dudes are all about the sound quality of their stuff. And the MP3s, they don't sound that good. You know, I have a special way of doing all my stuff. Like, I take my CDs and I rip them to, like, Apple lossless. And I get, big Sony headphones. And, I go all out, And it's my stuff sounds good when I listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
But off an iPhone, it's all tinny sound. And you get those little earbuds. And it's like, ugh, But that's the reason why you can't find Tool stuff on there. So,
Yeah.
you guys big Tool fans?
Yeah.
Are you really?
I like
Yeah.
I love
Our
Tool.
rhythm guitarist David is probably
he
the
loves
biggest
them.
Tool fan like on the planet. We added a Tool song to our set list actually.
Wow.
Um,
You guys are,
which
man.
one was it? I think it was
Is it
the pot.
The pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought pretty hard for that.
Wow.
He's like, we had to do at least one Tool song, please. He
Yeah.
was like,
I was like,
He
all
was
right.
like begging us.
all right.
I have a buddy. His name's Jesse, and he plays in a Tool tribute band called Naked and Fearless.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, they're really good. And the
Mhm.
poor drummer is like, Walter. I feel bad for him because that guy, by the end of a set, he's dead. I mean,
Yeah.
this stuff is like all over the place for a drummer, and he plays it exactly the way it is. And he's just, and it's weird because a lot of times they'll play in like. It'll be like Naked and Fearless, which is a Tool tribute. They'll play, they'll do these gigs with like, a Soundgarden tribute, or an Alice in Chains tribute. He plays drums in all of them. So he's got to go do these 3 gigs all in a row, you know what I mean?
Oh,
all the
man.
same night. He just has
yeah.
one drum set and plays with 3 bands. By the end of it, he's just like, I'm done, man. Just throw me in a shopping cart and roll me home, you
Yeah,
know?
you can't even walk afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, but supposedly Tool's got another record coming out here pretty soon. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's going to be this year or next year, or I don't.
Think
I'm not
it's
sure.
This year.
I think
could
they
be
started.
wrong.
They start recording it yet or no?
I don't think so.
Who knows? Pre-production
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, I was gonna mention how I found out that my geography teacher was a rock star.
Rock star.
Yeah. Well, so I had already been going to School of Rock. I started going there last June. And so, I started school like second week of August or something. And like on the second week of school, I was like on my way like to my dad's car. I was like walking towards him, and a teacher there that I had never met or seen before previously. I was wearing a Queen shirt, and they were like, "Hey, you gonna see the Queen movie?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting excited for it." And, just like something small, and then I was like, "All right, well, you have a good day." And she's like, "Yeah, you have a good day, Nick." And I was like, "How does she know my name? Like, I don't know who this is." And I was like, "What?" And it went on like that for like another month, and I was still puzzled by it. And then I was in Mr. Becker's class, or Robert Becker's class. I don't know. I was in his class. And she came in, and she's like, "Nick, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Oh, what? What's happening?"
What did you do now?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't even know who she is.
You're in trouble.
And I had to walk in the hallway to talk with her, and she's like, "So, Alex talked to me, and we're having a Hispanic Heritage Day tomorrow. Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Who are you? Wait, what? What's happening?" And then she's like, "Oh, well, I'm like best friends with Alex Vallejo." And I was like, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense now, And so she wanted me to play for Hispanic Heritage Day. The day after she told me about it, I had one day to rehearse. But she wanted me to play with a full band, but I didn't have a band.
Right.
So I went to School of Rock that night. It was like on a Monday. And I practiced with like Alex Cammett, Ali Fox, Nick Rashkershrek, some of the instructors there.
Yeah.
And we just like kind of like threw together like 7 songs that we all already knew. And we played the day after, and it was like
Just a blur. Huh?
Yeah, it was just like
Jeez.
it all happened so fast. And she was like, yeah, so Mr. Becker was telling me to go to School of Rock because I had told Mr. Becker.
Yeah.
He was. She said he's actually in a band called Evening Optimists, and that he used to be in a band with Alex's brother-in-law. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Heath.
Yes, Heath.
He was just up here a couple days ago.
Yeah, he was in a band with.
He's great.
With Heath.
He's a great guy.
Called
He's so funny.
Sunflower.
That's right. Yeah.
And I was like, man, small world,
Yeah, Heath's a great guy. He was just up here like I think was it the last episode he was up here? The last one or the one before, I think.
it was the one before.
Yeah, yeah. He's married to AJ and Alex's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was really funny. I went down there. I got invited to AJ and Alex's birthday party in December. And it was at Heath's house.
Hmm.
So I drive all the way down. They're way south. I mean, it's like they're almost like in San Antonio. They're way south. So I drive up to the house and I hear this band playing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that song. If you might not know, I Shot the Sheriff. It was Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
You know it's Bob Marley's song originally.
Yeah, they did cover it.
Yeah, yeah. So I hear this band playing in the back, and I'm like going, man, I didn't know Vallejo was playing today. I was like, it was a very small party. It wasn't really that many people. I mean, besides their family, it was like, I think maybe 3 or 4 other people, and I was one of them. Because their family's really big.
Yeah.
So I said, man, Vallejo's out in the back jamming. It was loud too, right? I go in the house, and I see all the Vallejo guys. I'm like going in the backyard. It was all the kids. It was Omar's kid.
Oh.
And it was, I think, a couple of the School of Rock kids.
Mm.
And I was like, I was amazed how good they were. Because I thought it was Vallejo out in the front. And I told Alex, I said, man, you guys better start practicing, man. These guys are going to take your job here pretty soon. I'm not even kidding you either.
Yeah, I saw Alex's nephew play. He's a drummer.
Yeah.
I saw him play at like some Vallejo show, and I mean, they're all incredible.
That's Heath's son. Yeah, he's a drummer. Yeah.
Mhm.
He looks just like Omar.
Yeah.
So when you see him, I thought it was Omar's kid. He goes, no. And I was talking to Heath all the time. I said, man, your son looks like Omar. He goes, man. He goes, yeah, I know on that one. It's like, but his daughter looks like, like Heath. But yeah, I really need to talk to Heath about the Sunflower thing. I got plans for those guys if I can get them together. It'd be kind of fun. But there's a lot of talent in that family, man. It's crazy how good those kids were. It's like what the hell? I mean, and I don't know if they all go to School of Rock or are they just?
I don't think any of them go to the Round Rock location.
Yeah, it might be like
they probably go
somewhere
to
else.
Yeah, they probably go to just a different School of Rock.
Yeah. So how long do you think you're going to be at School of Rock for? Do they have like a curriculum where you graduate with like a diploma or something like that, or?
You after you turn 18, you
They just
can't.
kick you out.
Yeah, you can't be in the. they
like-
give you the boot.
Yeah,
Give me
there's
the
actually,
boot.
there's actually more after that though, because there's the
They got
Well, yeah.
adult.
So
there's
College
there's
of
a
Rock?
whole
you leave
adult-
the performance program and you go to the adult performance
Oh,
program.
that's right. They do have an adult.
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
And so I mean, after that, you just never leave.
He's become an instructor.
yeah, I don't- yeah,
stay there
Top
for the rest of your
Gun,
life.
like Top Gun. Remember the movie Top Gun?
yeah.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's looking at me like, just like, you don't remember Top Gun? Tom Cruise, the airplane
Tom
movie.
Cruise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, they said, well, you know, a lot of people, they said with the Top Gun, they could either go out and be pilots or you can stay back and be an instructor at the Top Gun Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I don't remember. That's all right. I'm old school. That's just an old school movie.
I think it's what Bob did because he was at his kids were at the School of Rock Frisco,
That's right. Yeah,
and he decided to open up his own.
I love the van that he has. You see the van?
Yeah.
The School of Rock on the side of it.
He's a School of Rock
Yeah.
rap.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. He drove up in it. I'm like, man, that's pretty crazy. You see, drive around that all the time. He goes, yeah,
Yeah.
it's my vehicle.
He got that like a month after opening up.
Savage, I'll tell you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super happy for what he's putting together, though, man, because it's really taken off, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with guys like, you know, yourselves and ladies like yourself, you know. Like I said, because when we were kids, we never had that kind of stuff. Had nothing even close to it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. You would have like these drum lessons or guitar lessons, you know, in a stuffy little room. You're on a practice pad or an acoustic guitar, and you learn just theory stuff, and you never got to like really learn songs or anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the School of Rock thing is just like it's a, you know, I've talked to like a lot of the instructors about it, and I just think it's a super cool program, you know, to get people back into playing because
Yeah.
for a while it was, I mean, a lot of kids weren't like playing instruments,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they just for some reason it was kind of on you know, everything was kind of going down. I think because you know everybody wanted to be a singer because of American Idol and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and
Well, I think like the first School of Rock opened before like the movie came out too.
yeah, that's
I'm pretty
that's
sure.
yeah, because that's the thing that I saw was the movie, and I
Yeah.
thought everything sprung out of the movie, but I guess that's not the way it happened.
Yeah, I think the movie came out like early 2000s.
Oh yeah, so there was a School Rock before that then.
Yeah. I'm not sure where the first location is, but I mean they have them like worldwide. There's like School of
That's
Rock
crazy.
Sydney in Australia or
It's like the Hard Rock Cafe. They got them all over the place.
yeah.
That's awesome. They should have like one big monster battle of the bands throughout the whole world. Just
That'd
fly everybody in,
That'd be really cool.
like New York or
That'd be
something, and
awesome.
just do like a you know.
I mean, we just have the one of all the Texas School of Rocks, and I mean
Yeah.
that's a really big
Well,
show. as
That's
well.
already big enough.
Yeah,
I was
that's pretty
talking
big.
to Alex. I think he was talking about you guys. He said that you guys
Mm.
just blew everybody away and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, he spoke highly of you when I was talking to him. Because yeah, they were just so good, you know. And come to find out, you guys only like
Yeah.
practiced like what a couple of days.
Yeah. Battle of the Bands. That was crazy. I mean, it was kind of like a festival, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Say hello to Josh Roush. He just popped up.
Oh, hi, hey, Josh.
There he is. He just
Hi.
popped up. Let's wave to him. Hey,
Hey, Josh. I have a lesson with him
When?
this week sometime,
This week sometime. You
I
don't know what it is?
or actually, I might have him next week. Actually, I have him
Josh,
next,
you know what? Yeah, you know what he's supposed
Yeah.
to be there.
I have him next Monday, I think.
So are you all go with Josh then, or just you said you take vocal from him, right?
Oh
No, not you. All right, so
I have like piano lessons. with
piano
Josh.
lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He teach you
Um,
guitar or no?
No.
No. Oh, that's right. You're the shredder, so you're gonna be
Yeah.
teaching people here pretty soon. So,
Yeah.
so who's
Um,
who's your favorite shredder? If you had to pick one, just one guy, one shredder, besides the guy in Dream Theater.
I know you like talking about the guitarist in the White Cross.
Yeah. He's freaking awesome. He's basically like another Eddie Van.
Eddie
So,
Van Halen.
Yeah.
I got some guy I want you to meet.
Hmm?
That's in town. His name is Richard Jesse, and he played with Dharma Kings
Oh, he did.
before Yayo came in.
Hmm.
You want to talk about a shredder? You'll be like, I mean, this guy is. I mean, honestly, there's guitar players in Austin, and then there's guitar players in Austin. I mean, there's so many great guitar players in Austin. When it comes to that style of music, like shredding and stuff, Richard's way up here. I mean, he is just a light years above so many guys. That'd be the guy you need to hang out with for a little bit. Even just like because I know he does lessons and stuff. Just take one lessons from him just to see what this guy's got. You'd be like, what the? I mean, this guy is like every time I see him, it's like every time I see him playing and stuff, everybody is just glued to that. You know, forget the rest of the band. It's like just like they're glued on him. You know, so good. It's like it's crazy how good he is.
I love the kind of stuff Jackie Benson does.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen her like perform?
I've heard of her. I don't think
You've heard
I've
of her?
seen.
She's like a blues guitarist, but she also does a lot of like live like layering. So she'll have like a keyboard set up and her guitar, and she has like all the pedals you could imagine.
Yeah.
I think that kind of stuff's really cool. We saw a band like that at South by, at Darwin's Pub. They're called Paper Wolf.
Oh yeah. Those
Yeah.
Are really
Oh,
cool.
I heard of them.
Really
Yeah.
cool band.
Yeah. The guitarist and bass player have like huge pedal boards, and
Yeah.
they use everything in like one song.
You know what's really funny about the Pure Tracks thing? You know who just signed up to put their music on Pure Tracks? Was Steve Vai.
Steve Vai.
Steve Vai is on Pure Tracks.
Yeah, he's actually one of my biggest influences. Too.
Yeah.
Not only just because he can shred, but his style and writing and stuff.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy good. But it was funny because I was talking to the owner that was one of the owners, and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "Steve Vai just signed up for it," and I thought it was, and I asked him, I said, "Well, I mean, I didn't think that bigger people could sign up for it, and he goes, "Well, he's not like super huge like Metallica or Rolling Stones or whatever. He's like kind of a mid level. He's a great guitar player, but he's a mid level guy now." So, I mean, he's making money on there, but it's not like he's, making Metallica money or something, you know what I mean? But it's crazy to see, I think the Pure Tracks things are really going to blow up. So by the time you guys get, your music together
Yeah,
and you get on Pure Tracks, you can actually make a little bit of money, which is going to be good.
that would be nice.
Enough to buy some
Yeah.
Christmas presents at least or something,
Yeah.
Or buy
Christmas
yourself.
present is more recording time.
There you go.
Yeah,
More
there you go.
recording. There you go. But more recording time. Yeah.
Recording time.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. I don't know because I'm using mine as like a bank. I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'm not gonna pull it out. So
Mm.
it's really not that much money, but it's I was surprised because you hear about the streaming and what people make, and to hear that I made that much. Really? Wow, this is crazy. So it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Who's this? Oh, people always leaving comments and stuff. Crazy. Unreal. What else you got down there? You got a whole bunch of
I have,
pages of
yeah,
stuff.
I have like 2 pages of stuff.
Man, you came prepared.
Well, so like I have some local artists here. One of them I met at Mozart's Coffee. Have you heard of it?
Yeah,
They have all those light shows and stuff.
I know
Great
exactly what you're
place.
talking about.
Well, the first time I went there, I went down. It was like freezing cold. It was in December, and they had a pianist playing. His name's Nick Parr, spelt N-I-K because it's Russian apparently.
Yeah.
But he's like a crazy good keyboardist.
I've
He was
heard of him.
playing. You've heard of him?
I've never met him, but I've heard of him. Yeah, I've probably seen him a couple of times. I just don't remember.
He was playing Christmas songs, but they were all like blues Christmas songs, so it was like Jingle Bells, but with blues licks in the middle. And I went and talked to him, and I was like, dude, I love what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, I play keyboard. I'd love to like do something like this one day. And he's like, you want to play? And I was like,
He's I need a break.
me? Play? What? And he's like, yeah, you want to play? I'm going to go get some drinks right now. So, and I was like,
Cover
I
me.
mean, yeah. And I was like, I mean, I guess I'll play. And he's like, all right, yeah, just play. I mean, any songs, So, I mean, I didn't have any Christmas songs prepared. I played like We Are the Champions and Rock the Casbah.
Did you sing too?
No.
No, you just played
singing.
songs.
Yeah, just played some songs. But then he came back and he was like, "Dude, I got you." And I was like, "Tap me out," But I mean, I love Mozart's.
It's a good place. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good little place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great little clubs in town. I mean, of course you haven't been in a lot of them because you can't get in.
Yeah.
Because
sadly.
no, you'll get there though.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there. You're all
Yeah.
getting there. So
Yeah, a couple more years.
couple more years.
Halfway
But-
there.
But you know what? There's a lot. But the cool thing about a lot of the shows in town now, they're like a lot of underage shows. So there's a
Yeah.
lot. So when you see a cool show, make sure that it's if you want to go, check if it's an underage show, because I mean a lot of the bars are doing it now.
Mm.
Where you have to, I mean, if you're underage, of course you can't drink. So you have they'll give you a little wristband or something like that. so
Yeah.
the bar won't serve
like
you. But they're-
X's on your
Yeah.
hands.
yeah,
or
but
something.
you'll see some great shows.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Push Monkey show, Come and Take It, was an all ages show.
Hmm.
Little babies there and stuff, and strollers. It was crazy. You know,
Yeah.
who brings a baby in a stroller to a rock show? Who does that?
I mean, were they rocking out?
I don't know,
Just-
man.
Imagine a little
A
baby,
baby
just
head banging.
headbanging.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean, place is crazy. There's a whole bunch of people there, you know, and this little baby in
Yeah.
a stroller. I mean, not. I said they had little earplugs on them or little
Yeah.
headsets on them.
Little headphones. I think that's something that like places in Austin need to be more open to, like having underage shows.
A lot of them are though. A
Um,
lot of shows are underage now.
I know, yeah, thankfully. 'Cause I mean, it, you know, a lot of kids don't know. Like, I doubt any of my friends at school know who like Blackheart Saints are, or
Yeah.
you know, any of them.
Right.
But I think I've thought about like writing like an open letter or something just for like people to allow kids under 21.
Well, you know, it's a double-edged sword because there's a lot of people, like adults,
Mhm.
that don't want to go to shows that have kids at it.
Mm.
All right,
yeah,
but and there's venues that like will just do. That's like very rare. You know, there'll be people like, well, I don't want to. There's a bunch of kids there. I don't want to go. You know.
Mm.
But on the flip side of that coin, you'll have venues that really push the all ages show because it's a cool show.
yeah,
And there's a lot of people that just don't care if there's kids there or not, if it's an underage thing or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's a double-edged sword when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because, you know, of course, bars got to make money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a liability to have all ages shows because, you know, in case one kid gets drunk by accident or something like that. I mean, it's always people sneaking booze for kids and
Yeah.
stuff, you know? But what I've been seeing lately, you know, because we've been going out a lot, you know, just checking, you know, bands out and stuff, I see way more all ages shows than I used to.
Hmm.
I mean, before it was like maybe 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like maybe 5 or 6 out of 10 now. You know, just matters
Yeah.
who's playing. But you know, anytime you see a show, make sure you check
yeah.
because there's a good chance it's gonna be an all ages show.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Another thing is like, I don't
you
think
might
a
have
lot- I
to
don't
you
think a
might
lot
have to,
of-
you might have to pay more for like cover charges and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Well, like another part of that is like I don't think a lot of venues would like underage performers, just because like I mean like Levi's 14 and me and Kaylin are 15, and
that's a tough one too. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I had to have like I had to get like not to say a note, but they would let me play,
mm-hmm.
but I had to leave as soon as I was done.
Oh,
You know what I
okay,
mean? I couldn't stick around and hang out at a bar or something. So,
Yeah,
but I remember even being in clubs at that age. We used to love to go see bands. We used to sneak in the back door. No, that's how we would get in. I was like 15, 16 to be in bars at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Watching bands I wanted to see, local bands.
Mm-hmm.
We'd sneak through the back door, just hang out in the corner, hang out in a booth, just sunk down so we could see bands. No, that's what we did back then. But I mean, it's a little tougher now. But yeah, when it comes to like underage bands playing and stuff, I don't know how they deal with that because I'm sure there's
Yeah.
more and more younger people playing in bands. I would think. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's like all those bands that played at Battle of the Bands, they're all under 21. I mean, they all did great. They're all amazing
Yeah.
performers.
yeah.
It's nice to see like great musicians at our age. But I mean, I think it's just a little harder to get shows and stuff.
You ever seen that band? It was a 3-piece. They're from like Brooklyn or something called Death. Was it not Death, but they're super heavy band. Three black kids. The hell they call? Think not Death, but it was I'll have to look it up. They had a documentary about them on Netflix
Oh.
and stuff. Like they played South by and everything like that. But they were like toddlers, man. They were like, I think they started when they were 8 or 9, 10 years old.
Hmm.
And they were touring all over the place. But they were playing these, they came to South by and played some rooftop or something. And they got a big deal with Sony. But the kids were like they're just not say spoiled, but you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember what the name of the band was. I think they're still together. I'm not sure, but
You said it was 3,
huh?
like a trio.
Yeah, it was a trio. Bass, drums, and guitar.
Hmm.
But anyways, they had this big monster deal. It was like $1 million deal with like Sony or one of those record companies, and they just screwed it all. Well, no, because you know they're kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like
Yeah.
they did nothing about business. All they wanted to do is ride their skateboards and play their video games. And
How old were they?
oh
Were they
man,
like our age, younger,
younger, I think.
younger? Wow.
When they got the record deal, I think they were like, I think the
That's
oldest one was
crazy.
like 12 or 13 or something.
What's like now? Have you heard of Billie Eilish?
No.
She's like
Great.
super. Yeah, she's like one of a big time artist now. But she made one song when she was 14, and some label was like, "Hey, we want you. We want you to make
Viral.
songs." Yeah,
With one song.
yeah,
huh?
with one song released, and now she's
Oh my
now she's
God.
like 17, and she's
Yeah.
touring all over the place.
With one song.
Well, no, now she
Oh,
has
she-
like 3 albums or something.
Same thing with
But-
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
Yeah, Avril Lavigne was a whole different animal, though. She had
Oh,
talent.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it came to Christina Aguilera and Avril Lavigne, they had talent. I think that they had, you know. Of course,
Mhm.
Christina Aguilera had great talent, still does. But I mean, some of the stuff out now, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I'm like going, what is this? I mean,
now I think you just need like I
Who's-
don't know
who's-
some beat machine.
Yeah,
and-
who's that?
and-
Who's that one chick? She's oh god, she's like a real big thing now. I think she's from like Brooklyn or New York or something like that. And
A rapper?
I guess you could call it rap.
Cardi B.
Cardi B, that's the
Yeah.
one. Oh, I cannot stand
Oh.
Cardi B. You like Cardi B?
No.
I'm not a Cardi. I am not. I'm going on the record as I should just like. You thought you don't like Cardi B. You don't want to go to
No, I don't like.
you know Cardi B.
I know who she is. I don't like.
I
You don't
have
like
to.
it?
I have to know what's up with all the rappers, just because then my friends are like, "Why are you talking to me?"
Didn't one
You know,
rapper
like,
just get killed or something yesterday or something? What's his name?
Probably. I mean,
Nah, some dude got shot. It was funny because it was a play on an old comedian. His name was oh god, I don't remember. But it's no, but Cardi B. I heard one of the songs on the radio, or not the radio, but on some streaming service. And I'm like going, this is what is happening right now.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
what, that's what like kids in high school like.
oh. I'm really getting into Greta Van Fleet a lot though. I like
Yeah.
them.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
I
Them.
saw them at Stubbs. I
Yeah,
was
I
right in
missed
the
it.
front. They were amazing.
Yeah,
Great.
a photographer friend of mine knows all those guys.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, they're really good. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, they got the Zeppelin thing going on and everything.
Yeah.
whatever. They sound just like Zeppelin, but
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
But
their
at least
second
they're-
album sounded more, Greta.
yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
kind of getting away from the Zeppelin thing. But
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they're finding their own sound a little bit more.
I hope so. Yeah.
We actually we play 2 of their songs in our set.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Good deal.
We play Black Smoke Rising and When the Curtain Falls.
Nice.
So, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Well, that's what's going to happen though, because now that they're big, all the rock bands coming out are all going to sound like them. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's happening now. Okay, let's sound like
Yeah.
them.
How do I
Or Cardi
sound-
B.
How do I sound like Robert Plant?
They're like,
Bringing
There you
the
go.
They're bringing the 70s back.
they should.
Yeah.
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 A lot of good bands. I mean, that I'll tell you what, that, because like younger kids will ask me, kids of my friends, and like, oh, you're the hip music guy, what do you listen to, I'm like, man, go back to the 70s and some of the 80s, but man, I'll tell you, my stuff is like late 60s and all the 70s, 78. Then disco came in and ruined everything.
I
So
just ignored the disco.
yeah.
You,
There's
you,
some
you ignored like Earth, Fire, and Wind, or I can't remember.
Oh, don't be talking. You talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and
They're
Fire.
not disco.
They're not.
No, they're like funk, kind of like,
I think of them as like disco.
No.
No.
Disco is basically like messed up funk.
No,
Yeah.
Messed up funk.
disco is basically like the Village People
Oh.
and like Donna Summer and that kind of stuff.
Mm.
And,
Blondie.
no, Blondie's
No.
more punk.
More punk.
Yeah,
That's
more
what
punk
I
kind
thought.
of thing. But still, that's still some killer stuff, though,
Yeah.
So as a shredder, do you listen to Van Halen at all?
Yeah.
You like Van Halen?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good, huh?
Everything but their singing.
Ooh. You don't like David Lee Roth?
No.
What else? You like Sammy Hagar? No, you're not a fan of his
Mm.
either.
Not really.
Oh, you just like the guitar playing.
I love everything but the vocalist because all the other players are amazing. So
Oh yeah, it's just when they played recently, they came to Austin like what, 2-3 years
Yeah.
ago,
Some.
and the band sounded amazing.
Mhm.
But David Lee Roth just cannot sing.
Yeah,
His vocal
his-
cords are shot.
like,
Yeah.
he can sing less than an average person. Seriously though.
Damn. Man, you're a rough one, boy. You're a rough critic over there. Damn, you just tell it like it is, huh?
Yeah, Levi's
is Levi.
Yeah.
I'm just being myself.
That's good, man. That's we like it all honest up here. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
No, but they were amazing. I mean, because like Eddie's son Wolfgang, he got into the band when he was like 16. You know, so and I think he's ready to. I think he's ready to leave because he's got his own thing going on. You remember that? You know who Mark Tremonti is?
No.
You remember the band Creed?
Yes.
Remember Creed? Well, Mark
Yes.
Tremonti was a guitar player in Creed.
Oh, okay.
And he has his own band. They're called Tremonti. They're really good. You probably really dig them. But Wolfgang plays bass in Tremonti. So, but you need to go check out their stuff. You'd be really into it. It's kind of Tool influenced. Doesn't sound like Creed at all, but it's really good hard rock stuff. So
Doesn't I was gonna say Eddie's son, doesn't he his drum setup have like 4 kick drums or something crazy like that?
well, Eddie's son, Wolfgang?
Yeah. Doesn't he play drums?
He's actually a drummer
Yeah.
by trade. Yeah. But he's like one of those kind of guys. I mean, he's got the genes. You know what I mean? I mean, you're Eddie Van Halen's kid. I mean, your Alex Van Halen is your uncle.
Yeah.
The dude's he's just an amazing musician. I mean, it's the way it rolls. Yeah, but he's supposedly got a solo record coming out. And he just plays everything on it. So it's supposed to be like a killer record. So
Levi, you were playing the drums more recently, actually, right?
Yeah.
You learned some Dream Theater song already.
Yeah, I learned Nightmare to Remember.
Yeah.
what?
There you go.
You can play that on drums?
I'm trying. I can
That's
play
tough,
like
yeah.
halfway through it.
A lot of syncopated stuff with him.
Yeah, you have to before you even learn how the song's played, you have to go over and write down, remember what different time signatures are in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tricky, and it kind of takes forever. But once you get it, you feel satisfied.
Yeah, but it's funny. Then you watch Mike Portnoy play that old stuff, and you're like going, I'm not playing it right. You spend 2 weeks learning this one part.
He doesn't even play it the same time every time, and he still gets it right. If no one notices if he's mess ups, because if you're not a musician, I mean, you don't know if it's in different types of signatures.
Yeah.
Someone just piped up and said, "Earth, Wind, and Fire rules." So
Earth, Wind, and Fire
so
rules.
you just got somebody real mad there. So I got to give him a thumbs up there. There you go.
I had to before I went to School of Rock, it was last Valentine's Day in 2018. I hosted this party at the Baca Center for the elderly. It was a Valentine's Day dance. And they wanted me to make a music playlist, and they said they all love Earth, Wind, and Fire. So it was basically just a giant Earth, Wind, and Fire music set.
He's put on a greatest hit CD. Just let it go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Basically what happened.
They're a great band, though.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, when I was a kid, when I was your age, it was more of a thing. I was on to metal. That's all I listened to was metal and hard rock. That's all I listened to, hair metal and stuff. And but now it's you get older, you kind of okay, I can only listen to Stryper and Rat so much. It's I gotta move on to something else. That's when you start listening to funk music and became a big Prince fan over the years, and there's just so much music out there. You know what I mean? So
I love. I'd want to learn Giant Steps. Have you heard of Giant Steps?
Mm-mm.
It's the most feared jazz song out there. It's my background actually.
Oh my god.
But it's John Coltrane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, John Coltrane.
So,
yeah.
It's I don't know. Music theory wise, it's a crazy hard song.
Any of that jazz stuff is just
Yeah, I
hardcore,
think
man.
It changes keys every bar practically.
Yeah, that's where most was metal. No, not metal. Just progressive bands in general.
Yeah.
I heard. I know that Dream Theater, all of them except for the singer, graduated from Berkeley,
Mm-hmm.
and they grew up going to that college together.
Yeah. I mean, they've been with each other for.
Well, what do you call it? Mangini, he's
25
a
years?
professor at Berkeley still.
Yeah.
The drummer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you'd be amazed by how many guys, big name guys that are teachers there. You'd be like, oh, really? I didn't know. I know for drummers, I know that Rod Morgenstein. You remember that band Winger? Remember Winger?
I don't remember.
Remember Winger? Well, he's a drummer for Winger. He's a teacher over there. Steve Smith from Journey.
Hmm.
He's another guy. Is a professor over there. You know, those guys are just like amazing drummers. You know. So who's like for vocal wise? Who do you like?
I look up to Hayley Williams from Paramore. Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, that's a big one right there. Yeah,
love her. I like Amy Lee from Evanescence.
there's another good one.
Yeah. Ann Wilson, Heart.
She's picking all the good ones out. See,
Yeah.
listen to her.
Wow.
She knows good music. Not naming any of those new ones out. You know, Cardi B and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. You know,
No.
Cardi B, unbelievable. That's the worst song ever. I heard that song, and I'm sitting on my couch and I'm watching. You know,
Which song was it?
I don't remember. It's just
Was it-
some
was it-
stupid,
Was it
dumb
like
song.
the one
It's
with
just-
where she was like with a cheetah in the music
Who
video?
knows? I mean, I don't even know. No, I think it was on a playlist. I don't
Oh.
watch music videos, so I was like, it was on a playlist, and she's. Oh, you know what it was? I think she was like on the Howard Stern show or something. And they played
Oh.
a song, and then they started talking to her. And like when you listen to her, she's an idiot when she talks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most of them are like.
No, but she's like, she's like dumb. I mean, super dumb. You know, I was like, going, I can't believe this chick is a millionaire. This stuff is horrible.
I
Watch
mean,
someone in the comments be like, "You did to me."
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was just
there's
a-
probably someone.
You know,
But-
she has a super heavy duty Bronx accent, and she makes
Yeah.
no sense of what the hell she's even talking about. It's like, you know, well, you know, I used to be a stripper over in Brooklyn, and now you know, it's like, oh, shit.
Jeez.
And now she's a gazillionaire off of this dumb music that she makes.
Yeah. I think she learned Spanish for one of her songs.
Well, I think she's Puerto Rican. I think.
Oh, she is.
Well, she looks like she is. I mean,
I'm not sure.
but she sounds like she has that heavy, thick Puerto Rican Brooklyn accent thing going. You remember an actress back in the day? Her name was the one that was in Do the Right Thing. Remember what the hell was her name? Spike Lee movie. I'll think of
I'm
it.
not sure.
Yeah, this is way
No.
before your time.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, totally. But she had the same kind of thing going on.
Mm.
But yeah, the Cardi B thing, I can't handle it. It's just, you know, so I strip Cardi B and I'll put like a, you know, Greta Van Fleet album on or something. Just like,
Yeah.
please let some other bands come out sound like this or something. Actually play, you know. Jeez, I'm crow.
Have you heard of the Tiara Girls?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
I think their singer is 17.
There's a lot of young ones out there.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. They're huge on like voting because like not every 18-year-old votes, so you know they like to promote all that stuff, even with their music.
And I'm sure they're heavily duty, you know, going to be promoting this coming
Yeah.
election, I would think,
Yeah, I
because
think
all
they
the
already
crazy stuff
are.
that's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
wasn't everybody downtown for Beto over the weekend or something?
Yes, I think they sang the national anthem.
Did they
over there.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be a crazy election. I don't know who's going to get. I mean, I don't even want to. I mean, you know, for the younger vote, I don't know. Is everybody going like for like Democratic for like the younger kids or what? That's like it's not really kind of.
I'm not sure.
You really don't know. Let's not talk politics.
Yeah.
Politics, you know. No, because I know because when someone told me the Beta was running for president. I'm like, oh, I don't think he's
Yeah.
got a shot. I really don't. You know, people think he does, so we'll see what happens. You know,
Yeah.
who's this? Oh my God, these people out here, just all these crazy comments and stuff. I always get people. Some of them I'm looking at going, oh my, did you really say that?
I see Elliot Taylor. That's our
Oh,
drummer.
drummer.
that's
Yeah.
our drummer.
Hi, Elliot.
Disclaimer:
yeah.
I'm the drummer.
How you do?
Disclaimer.
This says disclaimer: I'm the drummer. There he is.
Yeah.
He's all over this thing.
We should give Elliot some props.
Yeah. Who
'cause-
else? Speaking of, who else is in the band?
Yeah, well, so the other two members are David Martinez, he's a guitarist, and Elliot Taylor, he's our drummer. But so for Battle of the Bands, we only had the 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
Elliot joined
Be-
right
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
on
like
our first
I'm-
practice day.
Yeah.
So I met him through school. I actually saw him back in 5th grade. He did this talent show, and he was playing the drums really well. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And this year at my high school, Rouse, I was talking to him because we were looking for a drummer, and I was like, look, we're gonna do this Battle of the Bands thing, and it'd be really cool if you could come and join us and check it out. And so we kind of collaborated and just went from there.
It's crazy you guys got together and won the thing.
I know. Yeah, like we still can't believe it.
That's probably
Crazy.
the last thing I was thinking.
I know. Yeah.
You just wanted to get through it. You didn't like. You were,
I just wanted to have fun.
just wanted to have fun, and all you guys just
You should-
blew everybody away.
You should see the videos. Our
I saw
other
the shred
guitarist-
video of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
I
of most
sucked.
people saw the shredding video,
Yeah.
not like the actual.
Well, I just got to see this kid
performance.
shred over here. Honestly, check this out.
Yeah, I was planning on getting my other guitar because that one is not the best guitar. The one I performed with was the crappy one I was talking about, the
Yeah.
Squire.
She just
Japanese.
smashed it at the end. That would have been great. Set it on fire or something. That would have been really cool.
No, I had my other guitar on the all the way in the other side of the stage behind the curtain, so I
Mhm.
couldn't like while it was my time go like run across the stage and grab it and then come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So I'd use that one, but it
Our
still went well.
our other guitarist David is probably like our hype guy.
Yeah, he's
He's the one who gets the crowd all like.
He's
"Oh
the
my
Flavor
God."
Flav or what?
Yeah.
yeah he's the one
Yeah.
who runs around the stage 5 times.
Yeah, like as the curtains were closed, so we can set
You
up.
need
and
that
stuff.
one guy.
Yeah, and we had these gig boxes that we were gonna have them stand on, like if they're doing
Yeah.
a solo
And
or
he-
something or
yeah.
whatever. And like right before the curtains opened, he wears glasses. He was like, "Hey Nick, can I put my glasses on your keyboard? Like, do you mind?" And I'm like, "Dude, they're probably gonna fall off. You should put them." Like,
Yeah,
and
you do
he-
something else with him.
and he went to go put him somewhere, and the curtains started opening. So he ran, jumped on the gig box, and went like this. And he put his back facing the crowd, so it opened with him like this. And then he turned around and brought the guitar back
Oh,
around instead of going
no.
ham.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing ever.
Oh,
You got on video, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
oh
all.
yeah.
It's
It's
on
on-
YouTube
Oh
yet?
It's on
yeah.
YouTube.
All
yeah,
right, check
too.
that out. That's
Just look up 3 weeks ago.
funny. Oh my god.
Yeah,
great.
he like galloped around the stage or something. Like he's
That's
already,
his
like
signature
Angus.
move.
He's like
Yeah.
Angus
Gallop.
Young, huh?
yeah,
One
basically.
of those Angus Young kind of type guys.
Yeah.
You just kind of stay in place, don't move.
Yeah.
I mean, when
I
I'm
mean,
doing a
he's-
solo, I won't move. But otherwise
Yeah.
than that, I'll start
Jumping around.
around.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get into it. Put on a
Uh,
show. It's what it's about.
During our first song, we played Rock and Roll, Led Zeppelin. David, he went so ham on the guitar. We had a wireless setup. He went so
Oh, boy.
ham on the guitar. He was so into it that he strummed so hard and knocked his wireless
Knocked it
transmitter
loose.
off of the
Yeah.
guitar.
Oh.
And he thought, because it made like some sound, and he thought he unplugged my keyboard.
Yeah.
So he went to like mess with my wires. I'm like, dude, you unplugged your transmitter. And he was like, oh, and he turned around and he went like in the crowd basically and started like going ham. And they all thought he was playing. They
It
were
was
like,
just
oh my
me.
God, this is the coolest dude ever. And it was just Levi playing.
I was like, what the heck?
And we
So
think,
did he finally figure it out at the end or what?
yeah, he even knew the
Yeah,
whole
he knew.
time.
He just wanted to keep the crowd going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he came back up on stage afterwards, and I handed him the transmitter as we were like getting ready for our next song, and he was like, "Yeah, I meant to do that."
I meant to do
Meant to
that. Sure
do
you
that.
did.
Yeah,
It all worked out in the end though, right?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
The crowd
God.
loves it.
Oh my lord, that's crazy.
Um,
We're almost at 2 hours already. Believe that? It just
Oh,
blew
wow.
by.
That's crazy.
So it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's crazy. We've been over here gabbing. You guys have been just watching us. That's what I feel like. So.
Yeah, us old geezers.
It's like, oh yeah, we're old geezers. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're 34.
My principal performed at Battle of
Woodstock.
Bands.
I'm only kidding.
My principal performed at Battle of the Bands. Actually, there was like a whole teacher band.
That's cool.
And I think they did an Eric Clapton song. I'm pretty sure he sang.
That's cool, man. My high school, they would never do that. You know,
Yeah.
It's like,
That's like it's the coolest thing because like, no, I don't think any of the kids like knew he could sing.
yeah.
And so like it was cool seeing those worlds combine.
So I remember back in the day, man. You know, the teachers were there was like there were different people. You know what I mean? So you'd see them out at a store or something. You'd be like, oh my god, there's my teacher. You know,
Yeah,
they actually live some. They actually go out of the school. They don't. You know what I mean?
they don't
Like they actually have a life out of school. It's kind of crazy with kids or their husbands or wives or whatever. You'd be like, it was the weirdest thing to see a teacher out in public.
Yeah,
Now it's not a big deal anymore, but from when we were kids, you got to realize we were kids. We didn't have Facebook and
yeah.
and all
I
that
think-
stuff. We had
I
nothing
think I
back
follow like my 8th grade world history teacher, and like
then. That's a
math
little
teacher.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want. It's funny because like they tell you with jobs that like you got to be like really kind of cool on your social media because like your employers check your social
Yeah.
media pages and stuff, and I'm like, shit, I'm lucky I still have a job. Then if that's the case, I mean, stuff I've had up here. I mean,
Yeah.
the parties we've had up here on this thing. So, got a
Yeah.
couple people that know what I do, but they kind of keep it quiet. So, because you never know. It's, how employers are with stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
what are you doing now? What do you want? How does this work? Yeah, because some of them get a little nutty up here, and I mean, it's just act like children up here, and like
Yeah.
babies, and you've seen them, I should have to put I need to like find it's like a little block we can make it like 18 and over or something. I don't know if we can do that or not.
Yeah.
Right, Levi? How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah.
Are you yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? You're over there looking. No. You look like you're mad. I'm like kidding. Dying.
Yeah, I'm dying.
So what's in the future for Levi? You gonna keep on shredding? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I answered your question.
I just want to see if he was gonna say something.
That's valid.
No, I'm just gonna make everyone wait forever.
That's there you go. Gotta know when you put your words in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll get back to you in an hour.
You get back to me in an hour. Yeah. So do they have like at the school rock? Is there like any like for when it comes to like I'm not saying shred teachers, but like for like lead playing? Do you have like? I mean, is there guys that kind of
I think-
focus on lead playing
I
there?
think your instructor Alex Comet, he does a lot
Yeah.
of that, like a lot
Yeah.
of the like solos and stuff.
Yeah, another one of my teachers when Alex isn't there is Emanuele.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
he's from Italy. I think he was just down in Italy actually.
Yeah,
he
he
was, like,
just came back in
touring.
town.
Yeah, that dude's awesome.
I've never seen him play. Like I said, there's so many great players in town. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and everyone at School of Rock, I mean, they all have their own bands and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Eric, he plays with who does he play? He plays with Love and Chaos, and
Oh yeah, with Alex.
yeah,
You ever seen them?
yes, I have.
No, Love and Chaos is not Alex. That's AJ.
Yeah, it's AJ.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm actually
AJ
gonna
and Kendall.
Kendall. Yeah, yeah. AJ's got so much stuff going on. Have you seen Dead Love Club?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Speaking of Dead Love.
Speaking
Club,
of Dead
actually,
Love Club,
how
funny! I'm not saying how funny that is, but what I'm
Uh,
saying is,
I went to
pretty-
their like one of their shows here in Austin at 310,
yeah,
and I saw
Yeah.
Alex Geisner there.
great
Um,
drummer,
yeah,
good buddy of mine. Yeah,
I was talking with him, and he said that he used to be the drummer when Dead Love Club started.
yeah.
And he
They've
said
had a lot of drummers. Yeah,
he said when he went to his first practice with Dead Love that he didn't know there was like an outfit thing going on. He thought it was it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna be a practice, but they were all wearing their outfits, and he said Alex did so good in heels that it scared him. He did so good in high heels.
he's got these. They're like white, like patent leather heels that he wears. And when AJ does the Prince thing, I think he borrows them because they're the same shoe. The heels on are like this.
Yeah.
But I remember it's funny hanging out with Alex, and then you see him in Dead Love Club, and you're just
Yeah.
like going, it's just like a whole. Well, no, it's just. I mean, it's a whole different thing
Yeah,
for him. But he's
yeah.
great. I mean, he's
Yeah.
great at it.
At the show there was a dude in the front row, and Alex was like, he was singing some like lyrics or whatever, and he went up to the dude and he grabbed his face like this, and the dude was like, "Oh my god." Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, they've had every time I've seen them, they've had a different drummer. They
Yeah.
had this girl. I'm not sure. I think her name was Sammy. She was from like Dallas or something. Played with them for a bit. They've had different singers and everything too. So it's a pretty changing lineup all the time.
When I saw him, Paulito was playing drums.
Okay.
That dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of great drummers that play with
He
them.
plays he'll be playing the most complex thing, and he'll just be sitting there, and he's like,
Yep.
dude, give me a drink.
Well, they're schooled, man. It's like Les the same way with Les too.
Yeah.
Les is a beast, man. I'll tell you. When he's up there playing, you see him play with AJ. He plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just played at Southtown the other night. They were downtown playing down there. I didn't get to go, but heard it was a fun show.
Yeah.
So
That's with Bruce, right?
Bruce.
Bruce.
Tricky. Tricky.
Yeah.
You see him call him Tricky. Bruce Castleberry.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about Bruce. I don't know where he buys his clothes, but he needs to figure something out. Because,
He always has a different hat on.
he's always got a different hat, but he wears some crazy stuff,
Yeah.
man. He wears some crazy ass clothes. He was supposed to be up here at Backbones, and he had to. It was when South by was in town, so he was actually he's the one that booked the whole Moon Tower show.
Hmm.
So he booked all those bands, so he couldn't come up. But I'm gonna get him up here at some point. So yeah, he's a great guy, great guitar player too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in that band's great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to hang out with those guys. Seriously. But I
The
need to
Lejos.
get you in touch with, and maybe I could actually get him to come to School of Rock one of these days. Is Richard Jesse, the guy I was telling you
Yeah,
about.
the guy.
Seriously, you watch this guy play, you'd be like, I mean, for shred wise, crazy good. Crazy good. I'm not even kidding you.
We could probably get you guys to have like a shred off or something.
A shred off, yeah.
Ooh.
He's a killer, though. Seriously, you need to check him out. I could probably put some, I think he's on YouTube. I could check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Show him some of the stuff he does. It's really crazy. So.
I'm
Seriously.
I'm sure Levi would like him. Hopefully.
You all right?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Levi might
Yeah.
think it's kind of easy.
I
I
don't
mean,
No,
Yeah,
but when
who is this guy?
no, you watch him, you'll be like totally amazed. I
and
mean,
you said he's local, right?
oh yeah, he used to play at Dharma Kings.
Oh yeah.
he
that's right.
plays in a band. It's like called the Richard Jesse Project now. It's all like I'm not gonna say like Dream Theater stuff, but it's along those lines, real progressive kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And I talked to him actually yesterday, and he was supposed to send me a CD. Hold on a second. Maybe I got the video and I can show you the video. Oh, there we go. Something else. What is that? Hello. Another episode of mine I got up on there. I don't know how that worked. Is it here? Did I leave it up? Please tell me that I left it. Oh man, don't tell me I deleted it.
Technical
No, it's here.
difficulties. Please
No, it's
stay.
right here. I'll show you this video here in a minute when we end up. You're gonna watch this guy and you're gonna go, what the hell? I mean, this guy's seriously, really. You're gonna be totally amazed, hypnotized. You're already hypnotized. Look at you.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else, man? So like, I guess we're gonna roll it up. It's like 9:30, so
I mean,
Hmm?
I wore a Lucky Dead Love Club pin to Battle Dance.
there you go.
Nice.
Thought I'd say that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, when I talked to Alex, you know, over at Moon Tower, he spoke nothing but highly about all you guys. You know, so how great you did in the Battle of Bands, how proud he was of all of you and everything, and you know, you holding the flag for the place. I mean, you're everywhere, always promoting School of Rock. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm just really happy to be kind of involved with it all. You know, starting here, I don't know really what I'm going to be doing with it. I know for the January show, that's what we're going to be working towards. What we talked about before. Hopefully that comes to light because that'd be really awesome for everybody.
Yeah.
Gives you know something big for everybody to look forward to for in January. But we kind of have to get the powers to be together and see how we're going to do that. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you got anything else? You all right over there?
Well, I do want to mention my family bands. My dad's
Yeah.
band, Public Disturbance.
Cool. Are they all playing?
Are they all playing? They're always playing. Yeah, they're
No, I
yeah,
mean,
they're just playing everywhere. I don't even know.
they play every
Yeah.
They play everywhere in Austin. They play at Blind Pig and all those places.
And
Blind Pig Pub.
His brother also has a band.
Yeah, Shadow of Wales.
Shadow Whales. I think
Check
they were.
them out.
I think they were just playing in L.A.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
They're an indie band.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So very diverse music wise.
Yeah,
genre-wise.
completely different.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm telling you, that's the thing. When of course, you live in Austin, man, you see a lot of crazy stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm saying crazy stuff, but different stuff. You know, it's not like it's a music town, but there's
Yeah.
every kind of music and then some here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Have you seen Navagali
Yes.
sing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
her perform with Josh Ross. They did Kashmir.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Totally. I mean, we're just no. But what I'm saying is, man, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, there's bands that are just like the punk scene in Austin's real big.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
and you hear like bands like Pocket Fisherman and what do you call it? What's the big one? Oh Lord, I got to think of them. No, they're like Yeah, but there's a real big punk scene in Austin. You know,
Tough on Fridays.
they were just up here.
I love that
Yeah.
group.
Yeah, they were just up here like about a month ago, and they're actually they
Yeah.
live in Georgetown.
Mm.
So, yeah, great band. Well, they're doing real well right
yeah,
now. They're,
got to take a picture with them and everything at Roots.
really?
yeah.
Well, that's cool. I actually, are they playing Roots anytime soon? I need to go down and just say hello. Pop in
Yeah,
and say
they
hello.
recently played a few days ago.
So they're like a 3-piece now, right?
Yes.
You could-
They've been switching off drummers a lot though.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So yeah, they came up like I said about a month ago. And they just got really crazy up here. We're talking all sorts of crazy stuff.
Well, I think we have some stuff lined up to play at Roots. And Warped. Definitely.
Yeah.
You guys have any dates coming up, or
I don't think any of them are confirmed, but
Yeah.
definitely like in May or June, somewhere around then.
so just go, to the web, not the website, but the what do you call it? Facebook page. You guys have a website?
I don't know.
Not
I don't
yet.
think
Not
so.
yet.
So just go to the 3 weeks to go Facebook page and Instagram,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys all have personal pages on there. I know yours is tied
Yeah,
into
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have personal pages.
So to look for dates, go
Yeah.
to those pages.
Go to
Yeah, we'll keep
3
you
weeks
updated
ago
later.
official on Instagram. I'm not sure what the Facebook one is.
It's the same thing.
The same thing.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago official.
Yeah, always make sure you put official on it. Trust
Yeah.
me, because there's
Yeah.
I gotta I need to put official on mine because there's a couple of them popping up that I'm like going, hey, I didn't put these up here. What are, they're kind of spam
Yeah.
pages and stuff,
Trademark.
Yeah, well that's already been happening, but I'm not gonna be doing like cease and desist letters with everybody. It's just like I don't have time for that. So
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? You guys got anything else before we wind down?
Props to everyone at School of Rock.
Yes.
Rock on.
Alex
Yeah.
Vallejo, Bob Durham, all the instructors for, helping us grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Our parents for being the roadies.
Thank you, Mom.
I hope they're not getting drunk right
Thank
now
you,
with the
Dad.
booze I gave 'em.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully
Yeah.
they're not making Bloody Marys in the car or anything with that stuff I gave to them.
Yeah. I mean, they deserve a drink or two. you
They
know?
do. They
We
do.
probably drive them crazy.
Yeah, your mom's a trip. It's like no, but I talk to her a lot. She'll send me messages and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm sure I'll get one tomorrow or whatever,
Yeah.
something or tonight or something.
Probably get one like right before we end or something.
Yeah. Are they ready to leave yet? No, but what I'm saying is, it's it's great to have parents that
Are
are
supportive.
total supportive,
Yeah.
man, because there's a lot of people that just don't have that support from their parents or their family when it comes
Yeah.
to playing music, and it's really great that your parents support you and stuff. So,
Yeah. It helps a lot.
hell yeah, it does. Be thankful.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thank you guys.
Hey, your dad bought you a drum set. He bought you a guitar, 2
Yeah.
guitars, right?
Well, he didn't buy them. He already had them.
Oh, we already had
and,
them.
And
He
the
bought you a
cra-
drum
the
set, though.
yeah. And then I think
Still,
I don't
though,
know if we paid it off
thank
yet
you.
because we got it from Rock and Roll Rental. So
Oh, okay. So when you get a
Yeah.
job, you're gonna buy yourself another guitar. Should get nice Gibson Les Paul or something.
I think I'm good. I'm just gonna modify the ones that I have.
Get a Gretsch. Gretsch are good.
There you go.
Oh, I know somebody with a killer Gretsch guitar. Ooh.
I have this sparkly silver one. It's awesome.
My buddy CV, he plays with a band called Preachers of Hell County. He's got a hollow body Gretsch,
Nice.
and it's gorgeous. And he has he comes out in this like Hank Williams suit kind of thing, and he had it made to where it's the exact same color as the guitar. So he comes out, he's got a
Nice.
hat, but yeah, he's got a couple of them. I think it's like a gold, kind of a gold flake guitar. It's badass, man. It's so killer, and he's a super killer player. He's so great, so great. They're sort of like a band that they're like, if you took, I always tell people if you took like Primus and Hank the Third and put them together, that's what they sound like.
Okay.
It's a really weird combination,
Yeah.
but it's like rockabilly with with Primus kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's weird, man. It's a weird kind of a band. But thanks for coming up. It's been
Yeah,
fun.
thanks for
Interesting.
having us.
So I'm
Thank
kind of
you.
like laid
Thank
back tonight. I'm just like it's been a
Yeah.
long week and
Yeah.
stuff. So
It was fun.
Yep.
it was fun. I've been talking to you forever about doing this too.
Yeah.
This guy's he's been texting me and calling me and sending me smoke signals, and finally we got it
Smoke
together.
signals, yeah. A shot of flare.
What's
Finally-
that? Shot of flare?
Shot of flare, and you
Yeah,
finally
I
saw me.
Well, like I say, man, you know what? Congratulations on the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah,
Good
thank you.
luck on 512 Studios with Omar. You're going to need it.
Thank you.
What do you call it? Might want to bring him a couple Red Bulls or something. Make sure he's awake.
Yeah.
Make sure you're going to get all you can out of him down there. I'll be calling in to check with him down there. Make sure you guys are doing all right, and make sure he's not slipping down there.
All right.
So you know what I mean. I'll call him up. I got his number. So I might have to go. I might even have to be down there for the recording sessions and to smack him around and make sure
That'd
he's
be cool.
You know what I'm saying? Because he'll
Keep him
listen.
straight.
I got to keep him straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tends to do what he does down there. So you got to kind of smack him around a little bit, every now and then. So.
He's definitely the partier.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Funmar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Funmar.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a band called Texas KGB?
Yes.
Kelly calls him Funmar. That's his name.
Funmar.
That's another great band in town too. You ever seen them play?
Yeah.
So good. So good. They were such a great band.
KGB is for Kelly.
Kelly Green Band.
Kelly Green Band. There you go.
Yeah, she actually drew that for me right there and right in their back set.
Oh wow.
She actually drew that for me.
That's
yeah.
nice.
So, and actually, they were the first band in this studio. So
Oh.
back in September, and they were just up here a little while ago. So, great band. Anyways, we're gonna take off.
Yeah.
You guys at school tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, lucky you. I got work tomorrow. I don't know about all that, but maybe I'll call in. Shh, don't say nothing. I end the podcast every single time the same way. Same way. Does that make sense? No,
Sure.
not really.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right
Okay,
now it
we'll just say
does.
it right now.
Yeah.
A little tired. People, please try to do the right thing, because Lord knows most of you don't. We're out of here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace. Say goodbye.
Bye everyone.
Rock on.
Rock on.